Hello baby gangsters, this is Roma Reacts, a series where I watch patron-submitted YouTube videos with all of you guys, and the first video sent in by Felicious Felix, and it is a Genshin fan-made anime video. Let's check this out. So this is, I believe it says it's from Hoyo Fair 2024, which was something that happened recently. I was actually recommended a live stream, but obviously I didn't click on it, just in case, you know. You never know what could happen with that stuff. Xiangling. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are we starting with food? You know, if you're starting with Xiangling and food, it's not going to be a bad day. Was that your food, Xiangling? Was that your food? You gotta tell him. You gotta tell him, Xiangling. You gotta tell him. Oh wait, this is when they found each other. Oh. Oh my god, adorable. Sweetheart. This is really well done so far, like in terms of the animation. Like this could be a TV show in itself. I guess that's the point. It's so crazy how like you can recognize Liyue from like its different like peaks like right away, and that's how well designed like the landscapes in Genshin are. Like, you know, you can recognize it right away, and like even the characters. Like, oh, Xingqiu. Xinyan. Oh, is that a Hu Cao? The babies, absolute babies. Let her go first. The animation style like makes it seem like it's like an actual. I know it's like goes. It's like it's a fan-made anime, but it like really feels like an anime, right? Really great voice acting as well. Really great voice acting. I love that they have the high energy of Hu Tao as well. Oh, look at the big belly. The big belly. The lighting. Look at that. It's really freaking good. Oh no, right away, no. Of course, Shan-yun. Yeah, of course, everything's an evil spirit. Oh yeah, they're understanding king. I'm sorry, but but Xingqiu, like, how many times have you tricked poor Xiangyun into thinking that there was ghosts around the place? Great stuff. Great stuff. Sweetheart. Absolute sweetheart. Even in the anime, absolute sweetheart. Oh, Hu Tao. Oh no.
星河这附近有很多可以采集的食材，不如大家先分头去收集做午饭的食材吧。
香菱，那现在什么菜比较好做
？I do love that they ask Xiangling for advice on this because of course Xiangling would know. Of course.
只要能够弄来瘦肉就好了，其他的食材我会想办法看着安排的。那就这么定了。我负责洗锅，其他的事。
Good job, Hu Tao. The energy from Hu Tao.
一个人偷懒吧。
行了，总之我们先去收集食材吧。
Which, oh my god, that's so pretty. I do find that Hu Tao does have like a very good work ethic in the game, at least. You know what I mean? I get like not everyone agrees on what she does with her work ethic, but it is very good. Oh, beautiful animation here, beautiful art here, absolutely beautiful. Oh my god, Hu Tao on a freaking board. Unbelievably inspired choice having all these characters together, really.
这就是用谋略取得的胜利。
Was that you?
开始行秋。
Great, again, great voice acting as well. Just great voice acting. This is fantastic. Like I feel like I'm watching a TV show right now. I feel like I'm watching an anime.
衣服都湿透了。
看来一时半会儿是停不了了。对不起啊，柴火湿了，好
Oh
像点
no.
不着。
Oh no.
行秋，当你猛烈出场的时候
Oh, like the little, like after the raid, the little slot that's coming out as well. Oh no! Wait, Gubo. What a J and chili? Are you kidding me? Really wow. Yeah. So deserving.
身体慢慢暖和起来了。
好，我们开干吧。
Yeah, yeah. No. We ain't doing cooking as well, are we? Oh my god, that looks so... Oh my god, that already looks so good. Did you make like potato, like a potato necklace? Wait, we need to look at this facial expression again because it perfectly sums up these two, like their relationship fully. Look at this. Look at the chili. And like, yeah. Because obviously, like, I think as well there's a thing where like, Shonyon only eats like very plain foods all the time, like the plainest non-flavored ice pops to like deal with their power and stuff like this. While like Ziggshow is definitely like a mischief maker in the relationship, which I think it's perfectly encapsulated with these facial expressions here. Really good. Perfectly encapsulated. Perfectly. No, no. Hu Tao gonna ask him when you're gonna die. Oh my god! Again, look at it. Everyone just bothers John Yun. That's his whole life. That is his whole life. Ghosts, people, everyone. That's all they do is just bother him. This is fabulous. This is absolutely fabulous. Oh my god! The babies! What is Guru remembering here? Jesus, like it just took a serious tone, but even with the animation style, it took a serious tone. Holy hell. Like a tree root? Like almost instantly it took like again like a very classic anime serious tone to it, right?
醒醒！
Can't get over the lighting.
我们走吧。怎么了？快过来呀！
Actually, just really, really beautiful stuff. Oh my god! Holy hell, look at Liyue! Oh dear lord. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And these sweethearts. Little babies. That, like, again, like, even the credit sequence here, instantly, like, you get the vibe of, like, like you just watched a full anime movie from, like, the 80s, and this is the ending, right? Like, the ending credits. Look at the, again, like, capture the personality so well. All these credits as well, because, Jesus Christ, like, yeah, 100% would have taken so much effort. This is a production. This is like a TV show. Like legitimately, this is a TV show. Like legitimately felt like a TV show there. Like not, I guess like maybe less a TV show, more like an actual I guess an anime, I guess. Is what I'd say. That's what it feels like anyway. The original channel that has this, by the way, this is not their video. The original goes to the creator, which thank God they gave credits at the end of this. Yeah, which is like, you know, it generally what, because I think Hoyo Fair, like again, I'm always like kind of like a little lost on the idea of Hoyo Fair, but I think the gist of it is it's a collection of like, you know, fan made stuff. It's like a whole fan made thing. It's and I actually like can read out the official thing just so like I can have a full-on reading of this. Hoyo Fair is a recurring web event where members of the community create art to celebrate the anniversary of Genshin Impact. So every single year they do a Hoyo Fair where members of the community will create stuff. And this was created by like a full team. Like a full-on team, which like to me is like is incredible. Like incredible. And I guess it's just what I loved the most about it was just like it felt like I was watching an actual, like I said, an anime film with characters that I knew, and I think they actually got like the actual characters perfectly right. There's some really funny moments, some really sweet moments as well. Thank you so much for sending in, Felix. That was awesome. The next video is sent in by Pauline Grint, and it is a writing on the wall. This is a Kave animation, which we do love Kave a lot. He is the best. Let's check it out. Writing on the wall. And we have more of this. Is this from Hoyo Fair as well, maybe? Who knows? Palaces of silver and gold. Oh my god. There's, I don't know what you call it. Like maybe it's just something simple, but whenever they have like these like when they have like rectangles or squares that come out from the background of a scene with like drawings in the rectangles or squares. I know people are like, "Oh, it's a comic," but I mean like when it's in a video, it always has like a really fantastic style to it. It's like the saying I've often been told, no matter the cost, do things right. You have to be careful, you have to be. Look at this. Planning and measuring every detail. Yes, yes. Oh my god, I'm already smiling ear to ear. This is so sweet. No. This is so sweet. Oh my god. Holy hell. Yes. This is beautiful. Look at that. Look at the color. Oh my god. This is such a great art style as well with Kaveh. Pausing just for a second at that, like at this moment, like what I love about this is that the background has like construction as well. Like the background's not created, and it almost feels like Kaveh's like personal story. Like I feel like, you know, where like he's not fully built either, his life isn't fully built either, and he's still trying to figure stuff out. But like also at the same time, like just like on the basic stuff of this, the colors are beautiful. The drawing of Kaveh is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
The higher the stakes and the bigger the sorrows to drown.
So the X is on this. Yes. In Kaveh's life, yes, that's how he feels. Yeah. Yeah, because this is the big problem for Kaveh. It was a big problem.
Nothing but shadows like ink on a page. They have nothing to say.
Tell them.
Maybe, just maybe they're trying to give me a sign that in every building.
This chorus is incredible. But like that whole, like, we're gonna go back a bit here, but that whole like part there that I really freaking adored as well, is the idea of like, you know, this is Kaveh. Like Kaveh like has to like, you know, takes everything to heart, takes everything kind of personally. I think that's like something that can be an issue, especially if you're in this type of line of work. But it just shows how much passion Kaveh has for the work that he does, you know? This chorus is great, by the way. It's really good. Oh, look at the shadow as well. Oh my god, they got the colors. These colors are so nice. Look at the lighting and stuff. Holy hell. I'm like staring right at these like little puppets here, like there's that like kind of mouth wide open. Jigsaw pieces. Now, again, I wonder if that as well, just like how Kaveh, like, you know, has... Oh, look at this. It's a very interesting drawing. Basic objective, Kaveh. Unappreciated master, 100%. It can feel that way, man. Like, especially when you're creating art over and over again and, like, you do feel underappreciated. This is incredible. It's incredible.
Every day we play this game of chance, whirling through a desperate dance, sketching visions in our heads, just to see them ripped to shreds. This road that we share doesn't lead anywhere.
Holy hell.
When you swing your brush, you have to follow through.
Again, this fits Kaveh so much. It's like, hey, there's nothing we can do about it. Like he even said to the kids, being an artist in terms of an architect is freaking painful. It's painful. It's a struggle. It's something that like has brought him great pain. But again, it's like, I have to do it. It's my calling. Holy hell. Holy hell. Trapped inside bleeding paint, this time a shattered heart. Oh my god. Holy, oh my god. The actual visuals in this. Oh my god. Here's the thing, it's like, it's so hard to be like, because like there's two things about this, right? Like this is gorgeous, like the colors are gorgeous, like the actual like visual style of this is gorgeous, but like the implications of this, like as well, it's like, you know, like replacing all the words with like more desperate things and more like painful things compared to like the first chorus and the, you know, the second chorus. Like I really feel like this video speaks to Kaveh so much. It really does. And like, here's the thing, Kaveh's like beautiful even in distress here, but like it's hard to even think of that sometimes. Like it's just like, look, this is a beautiful illustration here, right? And like the jigsaw piece as well, right? The jigsaw piece aspect. I think that like what the, you know, and again, like it's probably like, you know, everyone kind of got this as well, but like again, Kaveh is someone who is like constantly trying to piece himself together, trying to find out exactly who he is as a person. So like when you get to this stage in this music video where it shows off so perfectly how Kaveh feels about art, where it is like this thing where like, you know, on the surface a lot of people will go to Kaveh and be like, oh, Kaveh's like just like, he's an artist. He's good at art. You know, he's the best architect in the whole of Sumeru, or maybe even the whole of Tevat. So a lot of people believe that like if you're someone who's just like unbelievably good at your craft, then it's like it's a painless thing. It's like, okay, well, you're just good at this, like, you know. But I really feel like we've seen from Kaveh's perspective how he creates for the passion of things, while other people are kind of like wanting a creation for the function of things, which like Kaveh's good at both, but Kaveh very much like wants everything to like have a meaning when he builds it. Like he's an artist. He is an artist. And you can see here, like, again, with all the visuals, whether it be like the little dolls, I'm guessing the little dolls were like when people like hurt him with their words and stuff, I guess, and made him feel like he was like, every time he rebuilt something, maybe a part of himself like was died as well, because he had to like redo his vision. But I appreciate Kaveh's like I appreciate his appreciation for his own art, and not only that, but his appreciation for architecture, while also understanding how much pain it has brought him. You know what I mean? It has brought him a lot of pain. It is like jumbled his brain. He's so self-conscious, and he's so like, what's the word I used last time? Like he's very like he's three things. He is a heartful soul. He's emotionally present. And at times he's emotionally intelligent, because I feel like he can like understand people around him, understand himself sometimes, but like it's hard for him to understand himself sometimes. And heartful soul, which means that he just like has a very good appreciation for like the idea of emotions, I guess. I don't know, like maybe I'm rambling too much, but like I really could talk about this for hours when it comes to Kaveh, and that music video I think encapsulated it so perfectly. I really do. Thank you so much for sending that, Pauline. That was awesome to see. Some fantastic visuals in there, really. So the next video is sent in by Leanne. And this is Leanne, by the way, not Leanne. Leanne. Al-Haytham's version of the fan song. So this is like a second kind of like writing on the wall, but it's Al-Haytham's version. Let's check this out. We also love Al-Haytham. So here, there's the credits as well.
With crimson and gold.
Oh wow.
At your discovery night. Not paying mind to what you've been told. You try to do right, it's futile. You're always on edge and you strive for perfection, with planning and measuring every detail. I want to draw, erase, draw, and then black out.
Oh, so this is literally from Al-Haytham's perspective of like, well, Al-Haytham thinks about watching Kaveh do all this work. Really fantastic. Really fantastic.
Never admit wanting fame or attention. You only work hard so your structures won't fail. Seeing it finished with every mora you spend.
Oh my god.
Within every building made with pride.
And this is like so sweet. It's actually making me very like when they're coupled together. When you look at this as well, we'll hate them looking at the drawings afterwards, where it's like, you've done all this, like this, you've worked so freaking hard on this. We know that Al-Haytham, by the way, like we'll talk about it more after this. We know Al-Haytham like does deeply care about Kaveh. Wow. Oh my god. Again, if there's anyone who can read Kaveh like a book, it's Al-Haytham. Like if there's anybody.
Keeping track of all your
Oh. So maybe the dolls are like a mistake. Maybe like every single doll is a mistake.
Come to say that's not all it takes for your walls to come.
And the symbols of the X, sorry for pausing it again, but like the X's here, I think the X's are maybe like parts that like he is now after building stuff, he's like very self-conscious about it even. It's like, oh, this is wrong. I don't like that I did this or something like that.
Crumbling down. But then you ignore me advice, turning voiceless as I further tell you to not waste away.
Yes.
Your ears and fill your own heart with the lies. Saying you
Oh my God.
and start 'cause you always can't settle for less. Need to have it your way.
Jesus Christ, this is so like, again, the two of them coupled together.
Give you a
Oh my God. What a drawing. What a drawing. What a visual. What the idea of like walls like that you're building yourself are closing in on you. What? That's actually like such a crazy visual. Like, and also like the idea of Al-Haytham saying like that you like Al-Haytham said like, hey, you believe the lies before you believe all the compliments that you're given. Heck yeah. Al-Haytham has said before how much like they believe Kaveh is actually like really talented, and they focus too much on like the bad things people say. They rework their art maybe too much because they're like too much perfectionists. Al-Haytham has said this stuff before. I think this is a beautiful work. I really do. I think it's fantastic. Interesting, he sees the doll like in full color as well though, right? I think this is such a sad visual though. It's such a sad visual.
Every day we play this game.
Is this them when they were in the academia?
Whirling through
No!
our desperate dance.
And then how they've changed. Oh my God.
Then you rip them all to shreds. Not once did you share pain you shouldered, but there.
Yeah, and that's what Al-Haytham wants to change.
I've seen all the things your brush had made you do. Now that all your
Man.
soaring high, crumble down, you're trapped inside. Finish standing
Oh, the lyrics here are like, they fit these characters so well. Please, Al-Haytham, save him, save him. The right way, by the way. I have to do it the right way. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God. Holy hell. Oh my freaking God. Now, obviously I have like quite a bit to like talk about that, but like obviously I talked about it during the video as well, but like again, like the walls closing in, the idea that once you built this building, which is so important to Kaveh, is building those buildings, and it's like, well, figuratively and emotionally, like after you've built them, like it doesn't matter because like it feels like, okay, they just crumble down on me anyway. We know Al-Haytham as well, but through this story has talked about how like Kaveh helps people too much, and is one of the Kaveh's biggest fear is that. And I'm gonna be so sad saying this because like this video encapsulates it so perfectly, where it's like Kaveh's biggest fear is the idea that I've helped people so much, who will be there to help me when I need help? Not realizing that like he has like Al-Haytham who will die for him, but also has like a bunch of like friends like Sino and Tanari who would also do anything for Kaveh, and someone like Kalei who looks up to all of them, you know? I really do think it's like such a like beautiful way, like both videos like put together, like so good. I think some of the visuals, like, and some of the like the messaging behind the stuff in Kaveh's video, because I do think like what Kaveh's video did was show that like how Kaveh definitely feels. We like 100% like so good at showing like the jigsaw pieces fall together, not being able to piece himself together. Like every mistake is like the doll on the thing, even after he creates beautiful art. he sees the X's on the wall and feels like still kind of like self-conscious about it. And then I'll hate this video coupled with that saying like, oh, the right way will like hurt you. Doing things the right way is what's hurting you. Because the right way to Kave is not just the right way. It's not everyone else's right way, which is just getting the job done and getting it done well. Kave's right way is making sure that this structure has memories built in it forever. That's Kave's thing. Kave wants a building to be there, and 100 years from now, people to go to tie that building to the memories of that building. And he believes to do that, you need to make it in the right way. But that's hurting him sometimes because he's a perfectionist, at the same time so self-conscious in themselves. But these two videos are so beautiful together because of how they encapsulated how Alhaitham feels about Kave and how Kave feels about himself. Fantastic videos, so fantastic. I think we can all relate in some way to the idea that, you know, you create something and then, you know, it's easy to focus on like the bad sometimes, but like I think one of the things I would always say to any artist who creates anything, or if you're someone who like does street perform or anything like that, like say if you're a busker who performs music in the street and you have 100 people give you money and one person like sticks with the middle finger at you, you know, it's so hard to not remember that one person. But I think the thing you should always say to yourself almost instantly is like, oh, I have all these people that care about my stuff, but not everyone has an Alhaitham to pick the pieces up. That's the thing. Fantastic stuff. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Thank you so much, guys. The next video is sent in by Cosmic Catloaf, and it is the Wanderer Sage of Sayaka. Sayaka? Genshin MAD. First time I saw it, I thought it meant Genshin mad. Like, oh, Jesus, Genshin's mad, man. Cool visuals. Look at this. Holy hell, again, like whenever they show like the puppet visuals of Vaughn, it hits me. You know what I mean? These are some really cool visuals. First of all, beautiful song and beautiful visuals. Is there just in case there is no, it's fine. It's fine. We don't need captions for it because it just is a beautiful song. We're gonna be able to get the message from the visuals. Like, first of all, yeah, like I said, visuals fantastic. Like, so creative. Look at this, like, again, the journey as well. Look at this. Holy hell. This is such a cool video. Look at this, the song as well, coupled with the video as well. Like, I love when they do that with the visuals. Wow. Is that like the different stories on the window? Let me see. I can't get over it goes. Yeah, it is. Look at this, like, yeah, the Raiden Shogun, like, oh no, it's the Raiden Shogun getting, quote unquote, getting rid of, Vaughn. Now, is that trying to encapsulate all the thoughts? Oh my god! I can't get over this. Holy hell! What are you throwing away? A gift for a god? I need to, again, this is a simple thing. Just a simple thing of how you use color in a video, by the way. Look at this. With the red and both versions themselves, yeah. Because it's like, even though that past Vaughn is they're both like in desperate states with each other, right? They're both in different desperate states, right? It's almost like at the time, like, of like the sadness, at least there was like some emotions there, right? But then like completely broken for a time before they could be fixed again. At least that's the way I see the visuals anyway. I think it looks fantastic, even though how sad it is. And then of course, like, getting recruited to the Fatui. Yeah, every time I see the puppet visuals, it just gets me so hard. I hate that Turi. That's Hypatia. And all the things in his head as well. The eyes are looking so good too. Whoa, oh my god. Oh my god. and the two paths as well. I'm sorry, but I need to get that chorus, or like I guess the this part. That's so good. Like with the like along with what's happening in the video. So incredible. And then we saw the animal vision. Can I just say as well, like one of the, just right off the bat, Scaramouche Vaughn, the Wanderer. One of the things that like always lets me know how like well you've done your Vaughn character in your art, to me anyway, is if you get the emotion behind the eyes. If you can get the eyes right, you have gotten like everything right. This was a fantastic video, just for like how like impressive like every single different video. There's so many different types of visual showpieces in this, which is hard. Like again, it's hard to do. It's hard to do all this stuff. Some of the stuff was like some stuff that I could even dream to do. But I think again, like I said, like getting the eyes right, just to start off with, in every single scene, like every single stage of life, the eyes were perfect. The eyes were perfect. Because one of the things that like in every single cutscene we've seen of Vaughn, every single story we've seen of Vaughn, the eyes are always like something that's like front and center. Really, really beautiful stuff. Yeah, I loved the music. I think the music was perfectly put with the visuals in the video itself. I think that I loved how they like symbolized a lot of the emotions that Vaughn had throughout their life. I loved like the swapping as well, like the feeling of like, you know, whilst I love the swapping out of like, how do I say it? The swapping out the Raiden of Vaughn for the Raiden Shogun, like when it comes to the plans on this puppet as well. Almost looking at their own creation from like the outside perspective, I guess, like that as well. It's really cool. Really cool stuff. Like honestly, Scaramouche / Vaughn fans, like they work overtime on their art. They really do work overtime on their art. That was a beautiful video. Thank you so much for sending in Cosmic Calof. Absolutely freaking awesome. The next video is sent in by Neko-san, and it is, oh, this is interesting. It's a top 10 teapot builds on YouTube. Exterior. I actually am very interested to see this. Let's check it out. 10 of my favorite exterior designs on YouTube. Again, clips in studio not full showcases. They're purposely short previews. I click on the links to the description to see the full design. Again, this is something I want to try and do eventually, because I think that like I might. I don't know if I should do it with you guys or if it would be a nice surprise. Because I've collected a lot of stuff for my teapot, and I probably could do a lot of stuff. Yeah, so yeah, I think this is nice. Simpler builds aren't obviously worse, you know what I mean? Oh my god, yeah, no, maybe we should try and make our own little teapot place. It's gorgeous. Super pretty. Holy hell, the stuff you can do with this teapot is incredible. Robot Workshop, I always said. Hello, and today's design is a robot workshop for robots from inventive core of the apparatus. I do think the Genshin community is like a top 3 most creative community on the planet. And I'm not just saying in video games. Because this is, look at this, like a full, like, an Albedo's there too. Autumn Shrine. The next build is also quite small, but it gets bonus points for practicality. The steam coming off the water. And look, all the little flowers. It even comes to store. Once upon there was an there's this, like they told a story along with their actual design too. That's super neat. Yeah, no, absolutely fantastic. I'm kind of getting the itch to do it. I didn't want to do it at first because I was like, okay. A florist workshop. Again, like it's like. Well, this isn't as pretty as other flowers. It makes my favorite for how real it feels. Yes, that's what I was literally gonna say that. How like authentic it felt. Gorgeous. Holy hell, what the hell? It's like a millionaire's house in LA. It's so cool, but I guess like it has more of a charming style to it. Gorgeous. I love to have the Inazuma characters in here. You can put paintings in there? Okay. What if I try doing the teapot next week? We have I do a full teapot episode or something. Wait, is this an elevator? No, this is fabulous. No, I can't, I'm stunned by this. Little forest hideout, Tranlong teapots. The little rural home is actually really big. Man, can you imagine living in a place like this actually? And there's Klee, funniest character in the history of media. Wow. Oh my god. I think, okay, we have to do it. I think we might do this next week. I think we might build our own little teapot place. Verdant alleys. You build alleyways? What? What? This is in the teapot? What? What is this game? Yeah, like what the... There are even 3 levels. A short preview, I guess, is nearly enough to cover everything. They built alleyways in a teapot. Jade Opera. You absolute mad people. Oh my god. Ciao. Look at this. Bad choice to put Xiao there, because like obviously we'd just be admiring Xiao for a second there. No, it's actually a beautiful opera house. Like I can't even believe that someone did this. Holy hell! With like the playing the lute in the middle of it is what's number 1? What can be number 1? My shrine build. Okay, no, I was actually like, can I be? Oh my god. What the? I was actually gonna respect you putting your own one in number 1. I was like, you know what, that's sick. Oh, and look at this, like a full shrine. A starry ceremony. Oh, it's like a wedding. Sino and Tanari, get up there right now. In the daytime, it's even prettier. It's pretty at nighttime, but it's even prettier in the daytime. Like it really is. That's like absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Like the creativity that some people had in there, that all of them had in there, is has made me want to do it myself. And then again, I won't be as good as these people are, but I think we could like maybe build a basic thing, like maybe something from like that I like, maybe something like we could build like something from a TV show I like or something like that, or something for like, I don't know, something fun. We've collected so many like stuff that I feel like we'd be able to like do it by now, right? I feel like we'd be able to like make some really cool stuff. Thank you for showing me that. That has inspired me. I think we should do a teapot episode next week, like just a full teapot episode where we build something. If you guys are up for that, please let me know. I think it'd be super fun. Thank you so much for sending in, Echo-san. That has like inspired me. I'm inspired now. I won't be as good as those people, but I'm inspired. The next video sent in by, okay, it's Zevi now. The next video sent in is, sorry, I was about to say that this is the introduction again. It's sent in by Zevi, and it is the Genshin 2023 New Year's program I've never forgotten. So this was so I have to turn on captions for this as well. So let me pause really quickly. And it's done your Zard, of course. I'm going to be absolutely in bits. Of course, let's turn on English captions. It looks like they are. Okay, cool. They're on. I think I probably just have them auto on or something. Let's go. This is gonna be devastating. We're gonna be devastated. It's Dunyarzad. Oh my god, with the hands as well, with the Elazar. You're back, traveler. Let's not kill me today. Let's not kill me today. How about that? Let's try not to. Wow. And there's Nahida walking alongside her. No, no. Because we know like Nahida like visited Dunyarzad. Nahida was working so hard. Be less sadness. There's a light. Holy hell! And there's oh my god, of course. Why? See, yeah, it's the wounds have not closed with the Aranara. Have not at all. Such a beautiful, like, not even joking. I literally sat down like and was talking to a friend, and like I think I like talked the ear off them about the Aranara the other day, like. And they were like, it's beautiful, I get it, it's beautiful. I'm like, no, you don't! You don't get it, it's so... Look at this, it's gorgeous! Ah! What if like, you know, top 5 like NPC character, right? That's not like a playable character for sure. And there's a flower crowns, like now what they represent is so special. The idea that it represents like you being with all of the R&R together. And then again, like this is what Nahida did. Nahida walked with so many people that like again couldn't directly help a lot of people because of the situation they were in, but walked alongside them. Forever or ever. Yes. A lot of times. Holy, oh my god, look. The song is fantastic, by the way. It fits like the Aranara vibe as well. The rail over the head into the leaves. The wounds have not healed. I'm just like, I feel so, like, it hurts. It hurts. Sea of flowers. Is that Rukkhadevata? My unfulfilled wish? Holy hell, what a beautiful depiction of Rukkhadevata. He heated the purest branch. No! That is such a gorgeous drawing of Rukkhadevata. Oh, there's a Raji, look! Oh, handling the... Oh my god. Oh! I'm gonna die. And then, oh my god, Rukkhadevata on the road. I've never forgotten. It was so beautiful. Rukkhadevata, you look fantastic. It's over. Oh god. No, don't wave. Come back. All right, guys. The R&R have not left us. Let's start again. I don't think I could actually. I don't think I could. That was so beautiful, and like I haven't seen many depictions in art in terms of Rukkhadevata, and that was such a beautiful drawing, like godlike drawing of Rukkhadevata. Like there was a line in the song there that like I feel like hit me the most, which is on my unfulfilled wishes. I feel like it was. And I feel like the unfulfilled wishes that like Rukkhadevata had a lot of pacts, had pacts with the Aranara, had like pacts with like not even pacts, but just like had like a relationship with the people that were like, you know, like that was like a relationship that was still standing even though Nahida was still there. And once Rukkhadevata was erased from people's memories, Nahida had to take on a lot of those pacts. And just not even like, and like just like not even in a way that's like, how do I say it? Not even in a way that's like a painful thing. But it's like Nahida had to, like, you know, the special branch, as they said in this video, had to take on a lot of those packs. Had to take on a lot of those unfulfilled wishes. And again, that's just like, you know, that's the role. That's the role Nahida took. And that's why Nahida's so strong now. Which, like, by the way, I'm looking at this image now here of Nahida. And, like, Nahida breaks my heart now. This one right here. Don't be afraid. Look at this. It like Nahida breaks me because Nahida is such a good Archon and becoming a better Archon day by day when we saw her. And the fact that like we're gonna have to leave her at some point, and when we leave Sumeru, we're gonna have to leave these characters, breaks my freaking heart. Breaks it. Absolutely breaks it. And they will never tell a lie, that line as well. They'll never tell a lie. I wonder if that's like they're talking about how like, you know, a lot of like life for a lot of people in Sumeru was like kind of a lie for a while. It was like, especially with the festival going on for that long. Not the Festival of Sava, which is a perfect festival, which I also think that is like a perfect, I never talked about, but the counterpoint to the festival, the Suzera's festival, how it was kind of embodying in the game for a while, how like it was like a festival of lies for a while, even though that's not what it's supposed to be. Whilst, you know, the Festival of Sava is like a festival almost of like, you know, the forest's truth, what the forest remembers. I don't know, really beautiful stuff. The wounds have not healed. The wounds have not healed. I am devastated again. And by the way, do not feel bad at all, Zevi. I say it every week. Please, everyone try to devastate me. Please do it. You know what I mean? Emotions are good. Feeling stuff out of video game, good. Thank you so much. The next video is sent in by Xiaolao. And here's a different side of the story from another person taking place around the daughter. So this is the Daughter of Evil stuff. The Daughter of White English sub. Let's check it out. So we've been getting these videos about like the Daughter of Evil and the Servant of Evil and things like this. And it's been like a whole world that I didn't even know existed. But we've been like talking about it, we've been like conversing about it, and it's actually been a very special time, I feel like, for me now. I've been having such a blast with this stuff. I'm sorry for being alive. And this is what I mean. When I say blast, I mean blast in terms of like feeling something, right? And seeing a new story and all this stuff. I don't mean it in terms of like how this makes you feel, because this encapsulates how the story has gone so far. Before I knew it, that was my catchphrase. Jesus Christ. They're so dark. Everyone has made villages beautiful green hair. With white hair different from I'm an outcast with white hair different from the other theirs. Doing the forest and entry secret towers over scenery. It's kind of crazy how we haven't changed. I wish to God how we haven't changed that. Like, we're still people who are like different still get like outcasted, which is kind of crazy. Cause like to me, if I saw like one person with white hair, you're like, oh, what's your story? You know what I mean? I want a friend. Like, look at this. Someone be your friend. Be your friend right now. You get what I'm saying? Like how we probably look at it as a different way. It's like if I'm in a room with like all, if I go to a village and everyone is like has green hair and one person has white hair, I'm going up to this person being like, what's your story? What's happening? You know what I mean? What's happening? The Millennium Tree. Wait. Okay, so you're different, which is wait, no, this is her. Is this her? Is this who the order the execution happened on? What is up with this? This story is so dark. It's so dark. Consistently so. Why are you being so kind? Because you deserve kindness. You're the most wonderful person I've ever met. Don't tell me this is the same character who got executed. Because that's going to be rough. He's all scorned and mocked me. Holy cow, that's all I needed to be happy? Beautiful colors here as well. These are like older videos, by the way. These are like, yeah, 5 years ago. Like a lot of these are like from like some of them were like from like 8 or 9 years ago as well. Scene 3. Urban or on ban or will ban? Okay. Oh no. Getting on is living. Yeah, the colors are really pretty. Derailed. Okay. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was completely wrong. No. No. What? So it wasn't just the idea of like kill the specific green-haired woman. It was kill all of them just to be sure. That is crazy. What is wrong with you? Oh my god. That is horrible. This story is so dark. Can you imagine sitting on your throne going kill all the green-haired women? There's like a whole village of them. What are you doing? What are you doing? Jesus. And you survived because you had white. Oh my god, the guilt that you would feel. Yeah, there it is. Oh my god. Horrific. Absolutely horrific. Revolution. Beautiful. Again, the artwork's beautiful. It's so dark. It's such a dark story. I got a new life in the Port City's church. Wait, and then you met the princess who had the person you cared about the most killed? Oh man. Scene 5, the church. The music's really cool too, but like, it's actually like a really like especially from this perspective as well. I think this is like it's a very well done story. Oh no! Oh no! Jesus Christ! Look at this! Look what they're doing here! Scene 6 Seaside. I'm nervous. I'm super nervous. Oh god, don't they decide? I kind of felt like that was gonna come. And raise it high. Did you do it? Did you do it? Huh? 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 No. Okay, they didn't do it. That girl is the old me? A very lonely person. Wow, you are a... Yes, yes. The girl who could... Brioche? What illusion did you see? I have chills. That boy was? Did such a... I need to talk for a second about how, like, devastatingly... Like, how devastated I was just getting involved in this, right? Like, my body was involuntarily grabbing onto the side of my chair, like, you know, reaching up. You're a better person than a lot of us probably would be, but, like, the fact that you had, like, the emotional intelligence, and not only that, but the, like, not even just emotional intelligence, the restraint to think about that and then not go through with it, because I think, like, here's the thing, a lot of, like, no matter what, doing that to anyone would be difficult. I hope it would be difficult. It should be difficult. It should be difficult. But this idea that like you saw yourself, and it's like I'm talking directly to her now. You saw yourself in this girl being very lonely, and you just did, like that's a better person than like a lot of people in the world, right? Great, actually very invested. Actually very invested in this stuff. I really am. I blame society for how getting me invested. But thank you so much for sending it in, Chalo. That was really freaking cool to see. The next video sent in from Menace from the North, and it's the President Perfect. I'll hate them X Kava. Yes! Let's check it out. It didn't have yes in the title, by the way.
Straight A, straightforward, straight path.
Oh my god.
I don't cut corners.
Oh my god.
A point to be
Of course Kava
on
has a vest top,
time.
of course.
Head of the student council.
No. What did you do? Look at this. I'm sorry, I have to see it. I have to see it again.
I don't cut corners. I make
Look at it. Look at them. Look at them together. Look at the crew. Look at the crewmaroo.
Head of the
Look at that.
council, I don't black out.
Well, it's not just crewmaroo, by the way. Zhongli is there as well.
It's a Paul McCartney. If you ask me how I'm doing, I'll
Wait,
say
you didn't say this line. I'm sorry. I have to...
Student council, I don't black out.
'Cause there's
at
Ito as well.
parties. I jam to Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
If you ask me how I'm doing, I'll say, well, I was adopted when I was 2. My parents spoiled me rotten often. I ask myself, what did I do to get as far as I've gotten?
hate them.
A pretty boy walks by my locker. My heart gives a
Oh
flutter,
my
but I
god.
don't dare utter a word.
Even like the gray and the yellow as well.
Absurd
Yes!
behavior for President
No, put the hands on it. Put the hands on the shoulder right now.
No, I can't risk falling off my throne. La 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 la. Love is something I don't even
Is this
know.
Caleb?
Straight hair.
Singing this? Maybe I'm wrong.
Straight A's, straightforward, straight boy, the President Perfect. That's me.
This is really sweet. Like, again, like I love, like this image is it got me so bad. Like, look at this. Like, especially with the different colors.
Cause that would be absurd behavior for President Perfect. Na 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 na.
Maybe it's not Caleb, but like this is really, really
risk
sweet.
Falling off my throne. La 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 la. Love is something I don't even know. Straight hair, straight A's, straightforward, straight boy. The President Perfect, that's me.
And that's him as well. Like, I love the way they changed it a little bit. Really, really sweet stuff. I think that was Caleb Hiles, by the way, who's an amazing vocalist. Like, absolutely fantastic. I think it was Caleb Hiles. Yes, it was. It was Caleb Hiles, which is fantastic. But I love that. I love like how cute it was. It was so freaking cute. Really, really great stuff. I think videos like that always like get to you as well, just because like they show like this relationship that we already much like look at as a very sweet relationship, and like encapsulate everything that you want to like. I guess like the sweeter aspects of the relationship as well. Like, it's a very feel-good video. Very feel-good video. Thank you so much for sending in. That was awesome, Menace from the North. Thank you so much for sending that in. The next video is sent in by Golden Witch Beatrice, and it is the Umaniko no Naku Koro ni Opi English. So, I have to share this opening to one of my favorite visual novels. A quick summary of the story is a rich family is trapped on an island for 2 days. While occult murders begin happening, the protagonists and readers are challenged to discern whether the murders were committed by a human or some other supernatural source. Okay, that sounds really interesting. I actually like got into visual novels more and more because of this channel. Now I defend them to the death on Twitter all the time. I'm probably very annoying to people that don't like visual novels. I'm that person who's always like, at every Game Awards every year, I'm like, what? No visual novels. Disregard. Let's check it out. Oh wow, I was not expecting these vibes. No one can free himself from the sins that flow. Oh my god. That's Amelie. Yes, it's the English version. Oh my god. Yes, she's fantastic. She's fantastic. Just a voice that was born for anime. It's really, again, like again, this family that's lost on an island. Especially a rich family. Look at the, again, like all these, like, these people look like prim and proper people. Gold butterflies. Huh? That's really, the song is really good. And I guess these are all the characters, so like, holy hell! Huh. There's visuals as well from like, the point. Yeah, there is. Okay, there's accusations as well that one of them is going to be manipulation. How will my punishment, heavy will my punishment be? I want to hold on a second here. That's the next video. I want to like go back into this for a second again though, because there's something like I have a question about, because I actually think this looks like really, really interesting. To me, like there's a lot of like visuals that aren't on the island as well. I love the designs here as well. The designs of the, I don't know if they're like the helpers in the house as well. But like there's like a lot of like really cool visuals, like with the rain, with the characters, all this stuff. But like they also show stuff from like churches and buildings like this. Are there flashbacks, or is that just like the island is also like I'm thinking not, maybe it's not a deserted island. Maybe you can answer that question as well, because it does look really, really interesting. I'll definitely have to look into this for sure. We definitely have to look into this Golden Witch Beatrice for sure. Like, I love the character designs. I really think that's an interesting concept as well. It's the type of concept that I feel like I would get into, and I feel like a lot of people on my channel will get into as well. Yeah, really, really cool stuff. Thank you so much for sending in. Thank you so much. Again, these are one of the things, it's the reason why I do Roma Reacts, is not because it's just a fun community thing and it's a fun Patreon war, because that's obviously part of it as well. But I think, like, you know, Roma Reacts is one of my favorite things every week. Probably my favorite thing we do on the channel sometimes. Is it's so much fun because it literally just lets me see like a bunch of different things that I would never see before. I've never seen that before. And I know I got to see it today. I never knew about the Daughter of Evil, and now I got to see it. Like, that's such a cool aspect. It's such a cool aspect. Thank you so much. The next video is sent in by What's Your Damage? And it's an Ace Attorney animation. And it's your stupid face. I know I'm going to absolutely adore this. If I scream, So, oh, it's turning 1 to 4 spoilers. Yes. Which I
I
played.
just really hate your face. Though I know that won't surprise you. But to me your skin is one giant wart, and your laugh's one big snort, and you stink, so in short, I despise.
Oh, look at the look at Maya.
You disgrace the human race, 'cause you're more of a mosquito. I would rather have the dentist and drill than the swine
No!
and the swill, and if you were a bill, I would veto. And if the world was perfect, you would be gone without.
Holy
a
hell.
trace. But since the world could never
great-
be that
great
great,
drawings as well,
I'll
really
just
fun
paint your
drawings.
stupid face.
I love their Maya. I love their Maya. All the characters as well, and Edward in prison as well. Oh my god. Your sim? This is, oh.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's happened. It's happened. You can't deny it now. It's over. You're donezo.
I just really like your face.
Yes! This is exactly how it happened, by the way. This is exactly how it happened. This is canon.
Happy.
Because now they love each other so much.
You flaunt in some glittery font, but if that's what you want, make it snappy. I just feel so out of place.
Oh, wow.
Well, except for when you're near me. When you're gone, I'm like a plant with no root, or a song that's on mute. Don't you dare call it cute. You should fear me.
Oh, really? Really bit of fear?
And if the world was perfect, you would have never invaded my space.
Well, MySpace, the actual MySpace, what they did.
I
can't get over this.
Stupid face.
I love to see that he flew all the way to help out. Oh, Pearlsies! Yeah. Just an absolute sweetheart. Holy hell. There's Von Karma as well. And there's freaking Dahlia Hawthorne. At the juicy. Oh, oh, it's Clavier. Famous defense attorney got. And of course, yeah, this he wants him to get back in. Oh my god, that's actually how that's canon now. That's canon. That's canon. That's canon. Edward must have been so upset by that, by the way, because Edward definitely fought for him to get back into being a lawyer. No.
Though by now I must disgust you. I had tried to be the stubbornest mule, 'cause I knew life was cruel, so I guess I was foolish to trust.
Because that's that scene in the courtroom, by the way, and I don't want to interrupt this too much, but the scene in the courtroom when Edward and Phoenix are talking about what it means to be a lawyer. They're so happy, even in the darkest of times, of times together. They're so happy that they get to do this again. You know what I mean?
But I wait here just in case. Though I know I'm being senseless. How could I have ever been so naive and wear my heart on my sleeve when I knew it would leave me defenseless? And if the world was perfect, you would be here.
Oh,
in my
no.
embrace. But since the world denied me one last kiss, I'll just miss your stupid face.
Oh my god, Dory. You'll meet again in Dual Destinies. Oh my god. I never
What are
thought.
you doing here? I didn't run away.
Huh?
It was a strategic retreat. What is there to talk about?
Beautiful
It's
Phoenix,
over.
by the way.
I ruined it. Well, yeah, of course I'm sorry, but no, don't forgive me.
Why do you do that? Why give me another chance to mess things up?
I love
Because
you.
What?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Those 3 little words out of the blue, completely uncalled for, especially from you. Why don't you hate me? Why do you care? Can't you berate me? Isn't that fair? Where is your glare? Don't you dare leave our problems.
This is so,
and
like, it
pain
fits
on the
so
shelf,
well.
Because if you don't hate me, I can't hate myself.
True, Edgeworth.
But that's why I need you. You should-
Factually so, canon-wise, their love for each other and like their care for each other throughout the later games in the series, it like literally made them better people, and we saw that in Dual Destinies.
My fear, 'cause despite my misdeed, you are still right here. Though it's stupid to date me, you're willing to try.
The smile, the
And
Phoenix
if you
smile.
don't hate me, then why should I?
Are you sure you don't want to give up on me?
The smile of like, yeah, let's go. Oh, the 2 badges together. Chained together, you're donezo.
So you think that we could work? Here I thought I'd been the dumb one. What? You're forgiving me for all I did wrong. You're unmuting the song, and again I belong to someone. No, you can drop the stupid smirk. Though by now I guess you've earned that.
True.
'Cause
True.
No matter how intensely I pout, your stupid face will win out, and I guess it's about time I learned that. And though we go together like a Chanel number 5 and Mace, at least it's not as dull
And
as
Mace?
fitting like a glove. 'Cause you're a nightmare that I've not been dreaming of.
Yes. Yes.
But I suppose
Yes.
that when push comes
Yes.
to shove,
In color.
I love your stupid face.
Yes, you do. You do. You do. Juicy. Look at all the characters. Look at Apollo as well, by the way. Okay. They did Apollo dirty with this. No, there's not wrong with being short, right? But Apollo is definitely not that short, okay? There's not wrong with being short. Short kings, rise up, okay? Nothing wrong at all. But he's definitely not that short, okay? I'm a shorter person, okay? Oh my god.
Your stupid face.
Oh my god, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I now know why at the in the Patreon chats that What's Your Diamond said they were giggling at the idea of this, and I agree. I definitely agree. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Thank you so much for sending in. Those are like such sweet moments because again with Edgeworth, like we really saw, especially with Dual Destinies, how much they meant to each other, how much they would go like to the lengths. And I think it's because like they see the talent in each other. Not only that, but they care for each other. There's a good relationship there and a history there that is built on like a friendship to hatred to, to a lot more. But no, it's a very sweet relationship. And like I think one of the things that we always we see factually so, because here's the thing: if you don't ship them, right? I do, but if you don't ship them, there's like this thing that like people might say was like, well, like no, they're just this, they're just that. On the base level of things, Edgeworth multiple times would and still would and did help Phoenix out in a way that like no prosecutor would. And I'm talking about uprooting their life. Do you think for a second that like Edgeworth, when he was drinking his wine, and when someone said, oh yeah, you have to get involved in this case, by the way, Phoenix is involved. Do you think for a second that Edgeworth wouldn't have he saw go against Phoenix in a trial and didn't drive in his freaking Lamborghini all the way? And he was weaving through traffic to get there, by the way. He got multiple tickets to get there. Absolutely sweet video. Thank you so much for sending in What's Your Damage. The next video is sent in by Menu, and it is a on Honeyworks video again. And Menu says, now it's time to send something about the younger sister of a character you already know. Her dream is to become an idol. These Honeywork videos are unbelievably well done. So let's check them out. Let's check it out. Yeah, visuals so distinctive. So I really feel like they're second to not many in terms of visuals. Oh yeah, yes. I'll see if there's captions. If there's not captions, usually we just like go by what's in the video. Captions on video, that's perfectly fine because we can definitely. I feel like we ascertain stories from visuals sometimes as well. They're very good at storytelling. By the way, the little patch they do on the nose, love it. Like it's such a distinct style. Oh, look at this! What's the name of this font? It's gorgeous. Hair on point. Like, look at these visuals. Like, they're so good. Yellow's your color. Holy hell. I love the Honeywork visual style so much. And of course, her sister is a model, doing Just Dance. So obviously there's already aspirations like that as well. Hugging the pillow, yep. We've all been there. We've all been there. Oh, look at it! This is what I mean when I say that there's not many things that they're second to in terms of visual style. Because look at this, all the different pop-ups. Like I can't think of many. Oh, it makes me like I'm getting so invigorated even seeing this art style. Like, you know what I mean? You better all be cheering. Roar for this. Dude, those lights are like the idol things, aren't they? Cheer right now! I'm about to start a war in this crowd. Are these two idols as well? Two idol boys? Tired eyes, by the way. Very tired eyes. Why is like the fashion these Honeyworks characters have better fashion sense than I would ever have. Like this I mean, and also I think it is like to do with like some people like anything suits them. Like this jumper would not look good on me, but the Adidas jumper looks so cool. Looks so cool on this character. The visuals they get, look at this, like you get like going from that to that. Oh, this is so freaking fun. Now, what I'm getting as well, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Winu, from the story of this as well, is that like maybe I'm reading too much into it, but there is like this thing. It's like they want to be an idol so badly, but then like they transition back to like the idea like that, like maybe like it's quite difficult, maybe like, and like you see them in the rain, they're looking at the stuff, so they have these aspirations, but like I wonder if the scenes in the rain are related to the idea that like it is quite difficult, like an ordinary life is difficult enough as it is. We saw the tired eyes of that character. We know the idol work is difficult. Like idols, especially like in like, you know, if I look at like say like something like, again, the only idols I ever like really listened to fully, if it counts, was like Baby Metal, and they were idols before they were a band. You know, before, not that idols can't be a band, but you know what I mean. They were idols, and then they became kind of like more of a like a heavy metal band, if that makes sense. I don't know if there's a difference. Maybe you guys can tell me there's a difference, because I might just be ignorant, and that's fair enough. Like if I am ignorant, you can correct me, and then I'll know better. So like, but I know like they work tirelessly to the point like one of the band members had to like quit at one stage, I think, as well, because how difficult it can be. It's a lot of work to make those amazing performances all the time. It's hard work. Like you have to be. Oh, look at the smile. You have to be a hard worker to get through this and perform every night like this. Oh, we're building up to something here. I love the outfits. We're going to skip it back because I do want to make a correction for myself, because I want to say that I don't know enough about idol work to make a judgment on this, so don't take it as me saying that like this is just a fact that it's like unbelievably hard, and like and some people aren't always going to be really, you know, able for it. Like in some cases it might not be as that difficult, but all I just know is that every single idol video I see, it's like the dance moves are insane, and like you have to have crazy conditioning, crazy stamina to be able to do this. And like I don't mean in a way that's like they're getting worked to death, because again, like they could be, like, you know, I don't know. All I'm saying is that like I think that it takes a lot of stamina and a lot of talent to be able to like be an idol. It takes a lot. This smile kills me. Kills me. Great vocals as well, like always in these songs, right? Really good vocals. I'm rooting for this girl. I'm rooting for this girl. Look at that! Oh my god! Cheer for her right now. She's having the time of her life. Look at how sweet she is. Absolute sweetheart. Oh, there's a sister! And she's like covered up because she's a model. Is it because she's famous? And the boy! The outfit changes. Incredible. Every time. Holy hell, even like the backgrounds are so good too. She's having the time of her life. I hope you get your dream. And then they have like the different visuals and different outfits here as well. The colors are always so good in these videos. They're always so good. Absolutely like gorgeous visuals. Excuse me. Like just really great colors, really great gorgeous colors. And I think like what's really amazing about like characters like that have like such a good like a good aspiration. It's like you want to get behind them, especially when they have such a bubbly personality. Like, and it's not just like, you know, this character had like an amazing fashion sense, an amazing style, amazing hair, but like it's a smile. You get behind a smile like that, right? And you want them to get. And again, like obviously, like I don't know the full story behind all the characters. Like, you know, I'm judging by the visuals, and someone can always correct me on this. And also when it comes to like idol work as well, I'm not someone who knows like a lot about this either. Like I just respect it from afar. You know what I mean? Like from the perspectives that I've had so far. Whenever people show me stuff, I'm always like, man, that takes like so much work and so much effort, and like you have to be talented and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it's really, really impressive stuff. But those Honeyworks videos, like I think their styles are so good. Like I was smiling from ear to ear. I was bopping up and down. I was cheering for this girl to get her dream. And that's what they do to me. That's definitely what they do to me. And I appreciate them so much. And Minua, thank you so much for sending in that video as well. I love those videos. I love the Honeyworks videos so freaking much. When I see them coming, I just smile. We got another Honeyworks video coming. Thank you so much. I think as well also like adding in the sister and the boyfriend as well. I love that there's a story to these videos. I really do love that there's a story to these videos, because I feel like that's like something that like makes me so invested. You know, like we were watching the Daughter of Evil stuff as well, how we got invested with the story over time across these videos. I think it's and like Alien Stage. It's a really cool way to tell a story. Yeah, I just really love how you're able to tell this congruent and story through this whole time. This timeline, and how we're able to notice visual characters, and how like we haven't watched them talk for hours, we haven't watched exposition for hours, but we get the story and we understand what they want and what their dreams are and how they care about other people. And I'm invested in these characters now. I really am, especially these two sisters. Holy hell! Thank you so much for sending in, Minu. The next video is actually like another by the way, this one reacts is stacked to like crazy. It's incredible. But this next video is sent in by Victoria. And it is a Honkai Star Rail trailer, the Jiaoqiu trailer. Not sure who this character is, but we'll check it out. Whoa, that's real food. That's real food. Interesting animation style already.
Raw ingredients.
Okay. That's real food. Oh.
Seasoning.
What are you doing?
Yeah?
Exposing fake healers.
Who are these guys?
Fragrance.
Oh my god. Oh my
As
god,
the
that looks
saying
so
goes,
good.
Food is medicine.
Yes.
Cooking is akin to making.
What's happening here though?
Eat freely and don't hold back. Please, do me the honor of tasting it off.
Oh my god, look at this character. The ears suit you. The ears suit you so well.
What benefits could this steak possibly have?
Oh.
Allow you to run faster and jump higher.
Is that so?
The Honkai Star Rail animation is always like, again, because we watch Genshin videos a lot, it's like very like,
Allow you to
like, how do I say it? Like, it's very like bouncy, and sometimes looks like it's like it looks like in almost intentionally like halfway to like stop motion animation. Like it's very like bubbly and bouncy and stuff, I guess, and I actually really like the way they do it.
run faster
Like if you look at the cup moving here is what I mean. What is this? Like the chains. See what I mean? Like it's very cool. It's very cool. Really nice.
Eat to your heart's content. This is just a small matter.
No need to
The smile on your face when you're facing this, by the way.
What about this hot
I can't get over the food. It looks so good.
While it might come off as a bit arrogant,
Don't be arrogant.
when it comes to healing, it's quite effective for treating a great assortment of pains. Limb paralysis, insomnia, and overactive dreams. It indeed has miraculous effects.
Freaking like again, like I'm just like sorry, I was mesmerized there for a second. But like how many senses this video is hitting. Look at this like again, like the smile on his face as he's doing this. Look at these visuals. What is that? Who is this person? So they have like, I'm guessing it's fox ears because we saw like kind of the fox eyes in a way. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The main course is done. Would you like some dessert?
Holy hell, I do.
Wow, is this edible?
It's edible. Okay, you know the food is good when they eat the spoon as well.
Would you like some dessert?
You know it's good
Wow, is this edible?
when they chew on the spoon as well to get all those juices off. This is a sweet character as well. So just to avoid excuse me. I've had a bit of a cough all week, guys, and I only noticed when I was actually like in these videos, which is really weird. Can I say as well that like one thing I do love so much about like watching Honkai Star Rail videos is that like I just like, and like it's the reason, and just to avoid any questions as well, because a lot of people be like, oh, you won't watch the Genshin trailers. I feel it's because we're playing Genshin right now, but like we're gonna be playing Honkai like months and months from now. When we catch up to Genshin, we're gonna play some Honkai, and I really feel like there's a difference. There's definitely a difference. And like I feel like it's like especially like when we're not in the world, I feel it's gonna be so different, especially when we don't have like the full context for stuff. But anyway, it's my choice anyway. What I do freaking adore so much about trailers like that is again, like I said, like how like there's moments where I stop and I'm like, oh yeah, like I have to talk about what's happening sometimes because you get mesmerized, you know what I mean? And you want to like express your feelings. And I was mesmerized by some stuff in that because like again, like the visuals are so interesting. Like I don't know fully what this character is because they're so sweet. They look so happy and so sweet and so handsome, but they have like this weird darker side to them as well. That's like very, like you said the word arrogant, and maybe that's a word to use, but I think it's more like a lot of confidence. But yeah, mesmerizing, absolutely mesmerizing. And the idea of the cooking and food, they used the real food, by the way, which Dragon's Dogma did too. The Dragon's Dogma creator realized that it was getting so expensive to make food look realistic that he was just like, why not just use real videos of food? You know what I mean? And I was like, that's so smart. Like he's like, it's getting too expensive, like, and food is starting to look photorealistic anyway, so why not just use food? And like, it was so smart because people were like, wow, this food looks realistic. And he's like, yep, it's actually food, which I actually do like to use the real food there too. Yeah, like I would describe that video, Victoria, as a tour de force for the senses, really. Thank you so much. The next video is sent in by Dodo Dan, and it is a video called The Blasphemous Wounds of Eventide. I've heard of this game, but I've never actually, what is it? No damage. Okay. Here we go. I've actually heard of this. I've heard of this, but I've never actually got into it, I guess.
Penitent one in sleeplessness, carrying the guilty sword, you have committed the most serious crimes against the Mother and her saints, against the miracle and its outbreaks.
What the hell? I'm going to turn off the captions because the captions at the bottom are beautiful. Like they're actually like gorgeous by themselves, like very good font and stuff.
Putting an end to your mission. I, Chrysanta in penance,
Chrysanta,
excommunicate you, expel you, execrate you, with the blessing of our miracle of the greatest pain. And thus shall your name be erased under the heavens.
Interesting, because it is like a 2D side-scrolling kind of like boss battle here. I heard some hype about this game when it came out. I know like there was also a trailer for Roma Reacts for this as well, months ago. a while back, actually, I believe. Dordan, was that you sent that in as well? Because it might have been. Please let me know. Again, like making this look easy, by the way. But I noticed the visuals in the background look gorgeous as well. So it's hard to notice the visuals in the background sometimes when you're doing so like there's so many cool things on the screen as well. Holy hell! Like it's like again, it looks like again. When people see these games, they make it look easy.
That sword you wield, the High will sing that I must escape the kiss of its steel, as it is wholly tainted by the heresy of its bearer. The Great Ones, from the eternal processions, demand that I should battle until I draw my dying breath. The Three. The High Voices proclaim that your execution cannot be delayed. And so I fear that my penance is far from over. Not while their voices still echo. While their silence endures.
Holy hell, there's another phase to this boss as well. I just noticed something. Sorry, I'll pause for a second. It's cutting off a little bit of the side, but it's actually better so like videos probably won't get picked up there. No, but like, sorry, I was so distracted by the actual dialogue there. Some really good dialogue. This is such a cool battle system as well. Like, how do you not take damage from this? Music is really neat too. And this is just one boss battle. Man, I'm so like sorry, Dordan, for pausing on this again. So grateful that I just get to be introduced to so many freaking cool things that I never seen before in Home Reacts. So cool. The music's awesome. The music's really good. Holy hell. Like, the colors as well are fantastic in the sword, too. Great blocks as well. Again, making this look incredibly easy. I know we're looking at the boss battle. I still can't get over how good the background looks, too. Looks so good. I don't know how you did this. I don't know how they did this. At all. The song is filling me with hype though, so maybe I could do this. Oh, getting it! Yes, oh, this is the feeling. This is the feeling at the end of a boss battle.
Go on! Purge my soul!
Purge my soul?
By the miracle!
Bitten by the miracle? What is that? What is that?
This pain that I feel, it is deeper, more ancient.
Right?
The guilt you carry has broken something inside of me.
What?
My faith, My soul is wounded. I will now walk to the chapel where it all began, where the first kneeling took place. Your first step towards atonement. Now leave me alone with my deep wound.
That's... Again, I'm always like blown away by... Again, because I play... Like... I play Dark Souls and stuff like that, of course, but like I seeing these games and like again from my perspective, it's like, oh, that looks so easy, man. But I'm guessing if you look at the comments, so people are saying it is a tougher boss. I've been stuck in this battle for a while. Yeah, no, absolutely incredible. Again, regardless of like what the you know, the visuals are fantastic. This game looks absolutely beautiful. Regardless of all of that, it's just a like unbelievably like cool thing to show off that you're able to do this. You know, with no commentary as well, of course, but still really, really cool stuff. As you should, as you definitely should. Thank you so much for sending Dota Dan. That was really neat. I think I need to check out this game. I think I need to check it out. The next video is sent in by Emerald. No, sorry, Fizzle. Emerald's after this. Fizzle said that I have to skip to 341 to get Vaughn's, as they say. Thank you so much. Vaughn's lines. So it's been a long time since you looked at any voice lines, so I wanted to send in Vaughn's, specifically his about lines. Though I couldn't find a video that sent just these, so please skip to 341 to get those. They last until 8:38. So 341 to 8:38. If you rather experience those in games, since you actually have him, we'll eventually get to him to Friendship Level 4. It's completely okay if you just skip my submission. No, we'll definitely watch it here because it'll be a while before we do any voice lines, so I definitely want to watch him here. Sorry for the aggressive no. It was supposed to be supportive no, but it was very aggressive, Fizzle. Let's check it out.
While I still had value as a pawn, she might have had other reasons to keep me alive. It's certainly possible that it was because she's wise or benevolent, or happened to see a hint of loneliness within me. You think I'm trying to think the worst of her? Did you really expect anything else? In case you've forgotten, I'm no saint.
So instantly what we have here is a dialogue about Nahida, and like again, it's hard to shake that idea where it's like, okay, why would they take why would they take pity on me or whatever. And it's like he's kind of like saying like but he's also trying to ascertain like why, like, oh, maybe she had other reasons. So maybe like she was benevolent, maybe she's wise. And again, it's trying to disregard people like who are like, no, you're gonna get better. It's like, I'm no saint, you know. It's about the Raiden Shogun.
She completely neglected her own creation. And to add insult to injury, she said it was because she couldn't bring herself to.
And this is what I always say. The like, truly, when it comes to his feelings, what I say is this is incredible to hear, by the way, because when it comes to his feelings, like there is like so much like from her side that you can look at 100%, and that's valid, 100% valid. But from Vaughn's perspective, they are neglected. They are they were abandoned. That's from their perspective, and that's something that they have to reconcile with, and it's really sad. The Tsaritsa.
Everyone praises her for her kindness and benevolence, but they forget that love is also a form of sin. What if she's just trying to compensate for something?
Like, I love you, but like, what if it's that love is like them just trying to like I guess like maybe. I guess the idea of you compensating for something is mean that there's something hidden behind it that they have to like make sure that people love them or like try to show them love so everyone loves them. The Jester.
The Jester is a survivor of Conria. Besides that singular fact, I know very little about him and never had any kind of close association with him. He seems to want something from me.
Yes.
In the past, he assigned to me many important tasks, including a number of
manipulated the heck out of you, by the way, in your lowest moment. I truly believe that.
The ever-righteous captain. The brave and fearless captain.
Oh, with quotations.
The nigh invincible captain. Even my mechanical ears demand maintenance after listening to so many compliments from the members of the Fatui. Don't you think that possessing absolute righteousness is actually a latent danger? And that's without taking his great personal strength.
I love the
into
quotations, by
account.
the way. Again, still has the sarcasm, still has that feeling. Oh, the doctor.
It's a pity that Lesser Lord Kusanali already forced him to erase so many of the segments. The joy I would have derived from slicing them apart.
Oh my god!
One by one.
Yes! Oh my god. That's the mission now.
Let me ask, what should you do if you were to encounter a damsel
Interesting
who is
question.
oblivious and innocent at any given time, and unconcerned and unfeeling in any given situation? If it were me, I could at least challenge her to a
Wow.
fight. But if it were you, with your conscience,
Oh my
I
god.
would stay away from her.
Vaughn just basically said, I'd be able to beat the hell out of her, alright? I'd fight her, right? I know you. You won't be able to fight her, so please don't do that. Very, very interesting.
A wolf in sheep's clothing. To exert a higher level of control over people, she puts on a graceful and cordial front. Most of those who have seen her true crazy self have gone poof.
Oh my god.
Only someone as dense as Child would think the rooster is looking after him and his family out of the goodness of his heart.
So he thinks, first of all, thinks Child is dense, by the way. And I totally would get that. I don't think they're two people that would get along fully. And I think that they have like very different personalities. Really?
Although the mayor has indeed done a number of things for their benefit, anyone with a brain would be able to tell that the underlying meaning is, your entire family is in my hands.
Jesus Christ, yeah. And that's Mr. Pringle, by the way.
She has a terrible personality and cares for nothing outside of her own research. But even with that amount of dedication, she still produced a copious amount of garbage and could only secure a ranking that's still one whole place beneath my own.
Yeah, get her. Get her. I don't even know her, but let's get her. Actually lovely. Like, I love the way that they still have the very much snappy kind of like I don't want the word gossipy because I kind of love it, like how it's like very, very snappy, very like insulting sometimes. And this time it's like, yeah, get him.
The 9th rank guy. He's obsessed with the idea of fair exchange, to the point of wanting to overthrow the natural imbalance between gods and humans. But I guess it's just how ordinary mortals are like. It's easy for them to come up with pointless delusions. Honestly, it's nothing worth writing home about. Just like how there's also nothing impressive about his abilities or choice of partner. Anyone who chooses to work closely
Holy
with
hell.
the doctor is sure to meet a nasty
And that's
end.
from experience. Cause
He's simple of mind. and
barely got out like not alive, barely got out like with themselves intact and their spirit intact.
that strong of body. Naming him to the lowest rank seat lowered the Harbingers' collective
my God.
prestige. Thankfully, I'm no longer part of that group.
He said, "Child sucks so bad that I don't that even him being at the table was a bad thing." So I think it makes sense that he would think this way about Child, right? It would make perfect sense. Like their personalities would not clash well.
Nothing remained in her ashes. I have no interest in those who have lost their future.
The future, again, always bring up the future, and this is about Signora.
A smooth-talking yokai. Though she pretends to care about humans to gain the favor of her god, all she seeks are entertaining ways to pass her time.
I think to talk about this is gonna be really interesting. To talk about Yaimiko, by the way, is very interesting because I feel like Yaimiko, like, does care quite a bit at times, but also has learned to care about the right things.
Speak of the descendant of the Kaitahara clan? Then isn't he...
Oh my god.
Wait, he also possesses an animo vision? And even managed to take
Oh
on
my
the Raiden
God.
Shogun's Muso no Hirotachi?
Wait, what? Is that a happy laugh, do you think? Because now after all this, it's like he's happy that like maybe Kazuha's like not only descended of the clan that like gave him so much, right? But also like is like, oh, you also possess an anime vision just like me? And you took on the person who abandoned me? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's like a small moment of happiness.
You want to learn more about me? How ridiculous. Don't you know that's only asking for
We
trouble?
like trouble. Why would we be here if we didn't like trouble?
Oh, I'm well aware that many, many people will want to seek me out and settle the grudges they've built against me in my past life. Fine by me. Come one, come all, I say.
Yeah, and I think that was
fact, I'm somewhat looking forward to it.
We'll read the bout section, then we'll probably do the rest in a voice line video eventually.
Emotions, but I've since abandoned that view. Anger, whether it be from others or myself, is too convenient and useful as a tool. How can some people just never become angry?
Yeah.
I find that impossible to even imagine. Do they just not have a single mean bone in their bodies?
I mean, that's the thing. It's everyone's gonna get angry at some stages.
When I entered Irminsul, there was only one thought in my mind. I wish I'd never
Jesus.
been Irminsul responded to my wish, but didn't bring me the outcome I desired. The fate of this world hasn't changed a single bit when it comes to playing cruel tricks on its prisoners.
Prisoners, by the way, calling people in this world prisoners.
You and I have crossed paths in the past, but our journeys will eventually diverge. Who knows what will happen next? Let's just wait and see.
Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Thank you so much for sending in Fizzle, because I think Fizzle? I said Fizzle, but it sounded like Fizzle, so I had to like change it there. I don't think anyone would mind be calling Fizzle. But Fizzle, like what I loved about like those voice lines, I think, is that like there's a tinge of like still like Vaughn is still Scaramouche, like in terms of the parts, like, you know, you're not going to get rid of like that kind of mean streak or the bad bones altogether. You're not. And especially like their outlook on life isn't going to change overnight. They have a very negative outlook on life, a very kind of like, oh, I like this person, you know, you shouldn't go, this person's going to trick you. But I think that like the conversations that they had about, that Vaughn had about the Fatui is just so eye-opening to how like the Fatui work in a way. Because it's like, of course, they're not always going to get along, but I do love that they showed that like Vaughn doesn't really like Child, because like he probably thinks, or for a long time felt like Child was like, why are you getting a seat at this table? And Vaughn's own insecurities are everything playing up with that. It's like, why are you even here at the table when you're way lesser than me? And even talked about how like there's certain ranks in this that are below him as well, and even laughed about it. I also love to talk about Kazuo as well, because I do think that's a tinge of happiness where it's like, you mean this dude like is like Niwa's descendant, and they took on the Raiden Shogun, and they have an animal vision, and like had a bit of a chuckle about that. It's almost like maybe it's like, oh, it was like meant to happen almost. Like it was meant to be in a lot of ways, them getting an animal vision as well. I think people probably love them talking about Kazuo also. The conversations about the doctor as well, I think they come from like, hey, it's like I personal experience, I barely got out of there unscathed for sure. But it just shows like, again, the relationship that he had with them even outside of it, because he doesn't just sit here going like, I hate you, I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. Talks about them in great detail from their perspective. I think that's always very important to see from a character like this. So thank you very much, Fizzle, for sending in. The next video is sent in by Emerald, and it is the Genshin Impact voice lines and attacks. So this is Shoki no Kami.
Let it be known that divinity is mine. Bow before me, worm.
Again, a lot of the dialogue is like very like, apart from Churn, I suppose, trying to like put other people down, you know? Which is genuinely like a very a character trait, especially of like like, and like I still think that like there is aspects of that where it's like, you know, very insecure, you know, we talked about the insecurities. So there probably still is aspects of that as well.
Insignificant past. Feeble human.
And a lot of it's trying to convince themselves, right? Like that's what they're trying to. That's what Vaughn was trying to do at the time. Was convince themselves that like they were like, you know, more powerful, and like they are powerful. They are super powerful. But like it was just telling themselves over and over again, you know.
You shall fall. endless cycle begins!
I wonder if endless cycle as well relates to the idea of like what they were going to become.
More power! My body! It's... You cannot defy me, mortal!
Is there a dialogue when he dies? Oh my god. Is that when like, a character gets removed?
Your shadow has faded, Beelzebul. I am the all-knowing God. 1,000 eons, mine to dominate.
Even like the like I'm sorry, like I'm just like listening into all the stuff here. So sick. So sick. Again, there it is. Another one of trying to demean the person in front. I feel like a lot of the dialogue here is a lot of like you did this, like trying to like put someone else down to make themselves feel better. Kneel again, yeah, like a forceful kneel as well.
Reality
Jesus.
is pain.
And again, reality is pain, right? That's their reality. That's the way they saw life. And still, there's still aspects of that in Vaughn as well.
Now, your eyes have been opened. Godhood is mine now, Beelzebul. Good riddance, cruel world. Your new god awakens! Not possible. I was destined for more. I
Can't lose it all again.
lose it all again.
Yeah, it's really cool. A really cool video it's sent in the Emerald. Emerald made that as well, which is also really cool. Really interesting stuff. Really interesting stuff because I think it's like it's so cool seeing the dialogue like that. Really, really interesting. Because like I think that's what's really cool about like getting stories like this, like from the actual dialogue itself, I guess, like, is that like you actually like see how they are in like their worst moment, not I guess their most down and out moments, for sure. Really cool stuff. Really cool. The next video is sent in by Hiyori, and this is Paimon when she unleashes her full power. Let's check it out.
Paimon, do you ever find that the word Aranara
Oh my
trips you
god.
up?
For me all the time.
Why does it trip you up? Maybe that's because you don't really say anything most of the time. like Paimon. Paimon has to talk all the time, so she never gets stuck on words.
Excuse me.
Okay, well, try reading this then.
What is it? Let's see here. Arana the Aranara exercises Aurora Kalari in
I'd be
a
done.
nearby
I'd be
area.
done.
Narana the Nara picks Patisaras in a
How?
further afield.
The VA, they're so
the
good.
Patisara picking Nara had arranged to invite Arana the Aranara to the bar to befriend Lombard. But alas, Arana the Aurora Kalari exercising Aranara professed a preference to Patisara picking Narana
I would be done.
venturing to Vanarana to view the panorama.
Honestly, talent. Honestly, too much talent.
Narana, the Aranara's antipathy to bar drama, Narana the Nara
Jesus
relented,
Christ.
and upon accompanying the latter on a Vanarana panorama adventure, encountered another Aranara named Arama. This must be one of those really
How?
weird
Listen to
games,
this.
right?
How?
A panorama adventure, encountered
Where is it? Here it
another
is. Here it is. Yeah.
Sympathy to bar drama, Narana the Nara relented, and upon accompanying the latter
Too
on
much.
a Vanarana
How?
panorama adventure, encountered another Aranara named Arama. This must be one of those really weird dreams, right? But this headache feels pretty real.
Their VA is so good. They actually are so good. I think what's so that must have taken so many takes, or maybe it was one. If they did it in one, that's like superpower. That is so impressive. Really funny stuff. Thank you so much for sending in, Iori. So impressed. The next video is sent in by Nightmare444, and it is the Story of Evil, and it's called Rebirthday English Lyrics. Let's check it out. Rebirthday. Again, the egg with like a wind-up thing in it? I guess like the egg is like a symbol of like, I guess, like birth, I guess? But what are the wings like angel wings? When I woke up, I was alone. Inside a room painted black. Okay. Wait, what? There's suddenly echoed an unknown creepy voice. You sinful boy. Who's this saying this now? Because the video says Len, so that's the brother, right? Yeah. So is this after he died? And now he's getting like punished for this? Like this is an afterlife situation? Oh, grabbing the neck, beheaded, yeah? Red and blue. So the blood for blood and tears. That's interesting. So it must be some sort of like afterlife thing. Like the symbolism is off the charts in this. Again, now I'm wondering, like, the spring that never moves. Wait, is that this? It's a lullaby, because that's the message in the ball, so that's his sister. and you added new words to it. So maybe like you're getting visions of that? Because that was the message in the bottle that she sent out to sea. What? The message you sent me. And now they're all watching as well, like the sins. I guess they're like the sins that won't be forgiven, so they're like the sins, the blood and the tears. I could be, again, if I'm misinterpreting this wrong, please let me know. Oh, the red chains disappeared. That's reborn, so maybe that's what the egg is, like the wind up on the egg. Interesting. Because we did see in a previous video that they were like in a new era or a new timeline. I'll be seeing you soon, yeah. So did she... Like, is when you die, you go into... Like, again, I could be looking at this the whole wrong way, but that's just, like, maybe, like, a bad interpretation of it. Interesting. Okay, like, again, this is a lot, like, this is very, like, symbolism heavy, right? And I wonder if it is something to do with, like, the afterlife. And if I'm wrong about that, please, like, correct me or at least let me know about that, because, like, you know, I can definitely get things wrong sometimes. Super interesting. Yeah, like, I keep, like, I keep getting amazed by, like, how this, like, continues on, because, like, obviously there's, like, so many new, like, how do I say it? There's so many new... there's so many, like, different things I haven't seen before with this story of evil stuff. It's a very dark story, but I didn't think it was going to get, like, so deep into, like, the idea of, like, symbolism as well, I guess, in this too, which I think is really freaking neat. Yeah, because I think the egg wind-up thing must be the idea of rebirth. The idea of, like, your sins watching over you and your sins are constantly on your arm is also a really cool touch as well. Thank you so much for sending in Nightmare 444. That stuff is definitely interesting. I'm glad I'm getting to see all this stuff in these videos. The next video is sent in by Malcolm Condé, and it is a lore video. It's Kokomi the Dragon of Water. Let's check it out. It should be interesting.
Today's video is going to have a lot of lore involving dragons. So go ahead and sit back, because this one is going to be very interesting. In case you aren't entirely up to date on the history of the Seven Sovereigns, there was once a point before the very existence of the Divine itself that life was once ruled by immensely powerful elemental dragons. These legendary creatures were known as none other than the Seven Sovereigns, and were composed of pure solid elemental energy, all of which belonging to their very own respective element. This time period would go on to be known as the
Old World. I always have to, like, repeat stuff so I can establish it myself what I'm looking at.
Very different than it is seen today, as these powerful beings would claim 7 different regions under their own rule, and would live as superiors over another species known today as bishops. And in case you aren't familiar
bishops
with them,
are crazy,
bishops
They're so
appear
crazy.
to be very dragon-like in nature. And while they are much more scarce today than they were all those years ago, they were actually at one point the most common race in all of the old world, with their biology being purely based around raw elemental energy.
This is a cool image.
Much like the Seven Sovereigns. All of these fascinating creatures that I have spoke of here have all been born from an entirely different realm of existence, where it is said they have came from the realm of light, or otherwise known as the realm of elements. This domain is known to be the home of all ancient beings born out of elemental energy, and would play a key role in the creation of the world that we live in today, as the legendary entity known as the primordial being would inevitably be the one to show up and put an end to the Seven Sovereigns, and would then go on to slay and conquer this prehistoric realm for the next 40 years.
Crazy.
This would go on to be known as the 40-year-long war, which would ultimately lead to the primordial being victorious, with most of the bishops being slaughtered and turned to fleeing into the oceans in fear for their very own safety. After the
Is that
war,
what they
the
went down to
primordial being
Enka
would go
after that?
go on to design and create the very earth that we live in today, as well as forging the very heavens above us
Beautiful
in the
work.
sky. However, as I mentioned earlier, not all bishops were killed on that day. In fact, some of the 7 sovereigns even submitted to the very will of the primordial being, and can still be found living in today's world, with Apep being a prime example of their existence. But what happened to those that fled beneath the nation's oceans? But first things first, I gotta give a proper intro.
Tatoma?
Hello everyone, I'm Sky Samurai, your guide in the vast world of Savant, and today we're taking a look into
Tatoma
the
looks
immensely
great.
fascinating world of the 7 sovereigns, as well as taking a look into the main point of today's theory video, being centered around as none other than Kokomi.
Which is interesting.
And
When I
how
saw
she
the
may
title,
very well have ancient ties
perked up my
within her
ears.
that could lead to her having an immense level of power that she may possibly have no idea that she even has. But getting back on track, bishops would flee into the oceans, and while they have originally thought to have died off, it becomes clear to us that they are still very much alive, as we can find ones such as bolt eaters and rime biters surviving in the now ancient land of Enkanomiya. However, you might be surprised to know that the bishops here are actually not pure elemental beings. Instead, they are actually some sort of evolved forms of hybrids that have seen their elemental powers change over the very many years that they have lived down here. And due to this change in their evolutionary state, the once dominant Hydro bishops are gone. Like, entirely.
So pure elemental bishops are gone. Is that what we're saying? That's what we're establishing here?
The reason why this might be such a big deal is the sheer fact that bishops in their purest form are supposed to later evolve into becoming powerful dragons.
Right.
However,
Holy
due to
hell.
them
Could you
being
imagine?
tainted by other elements and moving on to becoming cryo and electro variants, this renders the chance of a powerful hydro dragon ever returning to be impossible. Yet, the people of Watatsumi Island have something deep within their genetic codes that might be painting a very different picture.
Because I was saying that, like, I truly believe that there is still a human, like a human dragon, like out there. Remember, I said that when we read before Sun and Moon. I still think there is one out there, like a human that is the embodiment of the dragon. I don't know if we met them yet. I don't know if it could be Kokomi.
Time that Enkanomiya was actually above the surface. However, after the Archon War, this nation would then collapse into the ocean, where it's believed that the people who resided here would simply go on to die off. Yet, they were far more resistant than you would have believed them to be, as the descendants of the Enkanomiya people are still with us to this very day, and it's greatly believed that this underwater city is the very birthplace of the current inhabitants of Watatsumi Island. There are those that claim that the 7 sovereigns will one day return to our modern world, and that they are indeed slowly coming back into our very existence. However, for that to happen, the Dragon of Water would need a vessel of
So are we
pure
okay, just to repeat this again, just so I'm getting it.
City is the very birthplace of the current inhabitants of Watatsumi Island. There are those that claim that the 7 sovereigns will one day return.
Right, this
to
is
our
an important part
world,
because, like, this is like not something I'd wish for, but it's like a really cool story.
and that they are indeed slowly coming back into our very existence.
When there's a pep, we cured a pep.
For that to happen, the Dragon of Water would need a vessel of pure elemental energy in order to be reincarnated.
Okay.
Yet the people of Enkanomiya speak of an ancient prophecy that holds an answer to this question, stating that the Dragon of Water would very well not return in the body of a dragon at all, but instead, it would take on the body of a pure elemental vessel. Something that has slowly been deciphered over time, that this very vessel itself would none other be.
This is what I was saying, and I think that I was saying that I do think that they're still around the place. I think they are like amongst us, or at least were amongst us. But I do think that Genshin wouldn't drop that type of lore without having the person still be around.
Okay, Samurai, that's cool and all, but what does any of this have to do with Kokomi-sensei? Well, it's best that you are sitting down for this one, because there's a lot of amazing details that I have just completely slept on for so long.
I'm excited for this. I'm excited.
To start things off, take a moment to just observe where she has came from. The Akanomians have a long history with dragons.
Right.
In fact, it was the ancient dragon Orobashi who gifted them their home of Watatsumi Island in the first place, and was the center of their worship.
That's
all the
such,
way up
again, that's what I love about the Genshin dragon lore sometimes. It's just really cool. The idea that like a dragon gifted them the land.
till he was murdered by Raiden Shogun. Orobashi has taught
Crazy.
the civilization everything.
Whenever you hear a story about Raiden Shogun, it's either like the saddest thing you ever heard to do with friends, or it's like, hey, she slaughtered this thing.
Know today, from farming.
There's like no
to
in between
smithing.
sometimes with the Raiden Shogun. She's a very complicated character and a very, once you get to know her. But in terms of the stories that are told about her,
And granting vast amounts of knowledge onto them. It's not far-fetched to say that the source of this legendary ancient prophecy could have been revealed by Orobashi himself, as well as that the people here had a very close connection with hydro energy, considering that they were forced to live underwater just like the bishops had before them. Which,
Right.
at least in my eyes, doesn't make it sound too far-fetched that a descendant of this island could indeed be the pure vessel revealed to us. Next is how Kokomi simply has not truly had her full story told to us just yet. And if you ask me, her story was cut painfully short during the arc on
is that something you guys agree with? The idea of it being cut short? Because I know a lot of people said that, like, a lot of it felt like Inazuma feels rushed. For me personally, I love Inazuma, and I loved Kokomi's story as well. I think Kokomi's story is just trying to get across, like, the struggles of being someone who is a leader of a rebellion, and I think they got that across very well.
Raiden Shogun was the one that had killed her people's god. It makes sense that Kokomi herself, being the leader of the strong rebellion against her, possibly catching the attention of the Dragon of Water.
Whoa.
Next is her constellation.
So, like, after the
sign.
Raiden Shogun slaughtered, like, the dragon, like the idea that Kokomi going up against the Raiden Shogun is like some sort of symbolic thing, but also like would take the dragons would take notice.
And at first glance, it appears to just be a sleeping dragon inside of an egg or
for real?
within an ocean wave.
I should look at these
However,
more.
The true translation for her star constellation is indeed known as Sleeping Dragoness. Could this truly be Hoyo giving us a faint hint that
Maybe.
the body of this
You never know with
dragon
these games.
god could be laying dormant inside of her? And if this could well be the case, does she even know about
So what do you go? Wait, before we go any further, we talk about any further, what do you guys? Is this a theory that's popular? Do you guys believe this as well? Because again, like all the time with these lore videos, usually explaining stuff to me, so I'm not
I
sure.
wouldn't
But
put it past poor Kokomi to not have any idea of what may be laying inside of her, as Kokomi has stated in the secret summer event that she is just a simple human, nothing special. Yet, even the very colors of her clothing seem to even resemble the fish.
okay, but is there a reason why they did that specifically? Like had her say that? But again, I didn't see the event itself, so.
If all of this is true, what could this mean for the safety of Kokomi herself? How long could it be before we see this? Honestly, I'm not sure. And if this revelation is seen to be true, who knows exactly how all of this could be handled? And if Kokomi could even withstand the power of something great resonating from her? I feel we will get a better hint of this story, maybe sometime around Fontaine's questline, and that we may possibly see her reveal her true form when the time may come for her to stand against Celestia with us.
That would be freaking sick. But I think that's when we're going to find out a lot of it. Like when we finally have to stand up, like, or at least have the final boss or whatever that will be. I know it's never going to truly end, but you know what I mean? Like, I think it'd be pretty interesting to see like everyone's true alliances and true allegiances at the very end of the story.
That is a very long time from now. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's
It's interesting.
video. I really want to hear all of your opinions down in the
I want to
comments.
recap just the last bit here as well from here.
Be a sleeping
Yeah.
dragon inside of an
Because this is
egg
interesting.
or within an ocean
Like, it's
wave.
like the idea of a
However,
possible
the true
rebirth.
translation for her star constellation is indeed known as Sleeping Dragoness. Could this truly be Hoyo giving us a faint hint?
I mean, it
that
would
the
make
body
sense
of
as well,
this
right? Like, and
dragon
I guess
god
makes sense
could be
in
laying
terms of like the pieces fit in at the
dormant
very least.
inside of her? And if this could well be the case, does she even know about this? Honestly, I wouldn't put it past poor Kokomi to not have any idea of what may be laying inside of her, as Kokomi has stated in the secret summer event that she is just a simple human, nothing special. Yet, even the very colors of her clothing seem to even resemble the fiships themselves. But, if all of this is true, what could this mean for the safety of Kokomi herself? How long could it be before we see this? Honestly, I'm not sure. And if this revelation is seen to be true, who knows exactly how all of this could be handled? And if Kokomi could even withstand the power of something great resonating from her?
I think she's one of the most powerful characters in the world, but I guess like in terms of like the actual like, having a sleeping dragon inside of you is a very big deal. And I wondered, would she know anything about it if that was the
So
case?
we will get a better hint of this story, maybe sometime around Fontaine's questline, and that we may possibly see her reveal her true form when the time may come for her to stand against Celestia with us. But that is a very long time from now. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I really want to hear all of your opinions down in the comments on this, as this is a huge topic. Do you guys actually believe that Kokomi is truly an ancient serpent? Or do you believe that she may simply just be a side character in the whole plotline for this?
Well, see, I think no one's ever truly, I think everyone's so important to the story itself, but like, I think the question really is, like you said, is like they said, is like, is that what's gonna happen towards the end, right? Because characters will come back, and I feel like you're gonna, again, like I said, we're gonna find out the true colors of everyone towards the end.
It's gonna still be a while before we really know for sure, and all we can really do till then is really just theorize. Anyways, everyone, I make all sorts of Genshin lore and theory crafting videos here on my channel, with plenty more arriving every single week. So if you liked today's video, please give me a like. And if you want to see what I'm up to next, make sure to subscribe, as we got plenty of Fontaine content to explore soon. Thank you all for getting us to 500 subscribers, and also make sure to keep a lookout for our Discord information dropping later this week. And finally, thank you for watching, and as always, till next time, Samurai.
It's really... Oh, it's a cool outro. Oh, wow. It's really difficult, by the way, and I do like them, like, praising themselves for that. Sorry, like, yeah, like, for me, like, I'm not, like, totally up on this stuff, but I guess, like, if you read the comments as well, Kokomi is a fish. If you go near water and use your burst, you can walk on water. Once the burst ends, you won't be able to walk on water. There's some kind of connection. There's no way there isn't. And I'll probably go back to Watatsumi and Yakami in the future because of it. That's where I'm, like, again, after watching this video, I'm kind of in the camp of, like, a lot of the stuff is, like, very, like, you know, it's very on the nose, but, like, a character being like, I'm only human is very, like, because, you know, why would you say that unless there is a specific story reason for that? But I think, like, the sleeping dragon aspect of it is pretty interesting. And the idea that would she be able to withstand the power of a dragon if she became that or became, like, a human dragon? Yeah, I agree with this commenter saying there is some kind of connection, but there's no way that there isn't. And we will be going back to Watatsumi at some point. I think all those characters that, like, are really important are going to be coming back at some point. So this came out, if I can get the date of this came out in August 2023. So this was before Fontaine even. So that's what they were talking about, Fontaine. So I wonder if things have changed coming up into Fontaine and in Natlan. Maybe we have met them already. Like, I don't know. We could have met them and maybe we're about to meet them in Natlan because Natlan's a crazy place. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but it is an interesting theory. It's interesting, yeah. Again, like I said, I think I agree with that comment. I think there is some connection. It's just a matter of finding what that connection is. Or at least, like, I guess, like, in the end, seeing where Kokomi lies. Because, like, regardless, we love Kokomi. We really do love Kokomi. We'd even love her if she was a dragon, would you believe? Would you believe we'd even love her if she was a dragon? By Azrak, and it is a theory video. I'm actually very grateful for this theory video. It's the legend of the Dowry and the tragedy of Conria. It has to do with the actual rune golems that, like, we're going to explore, and I'm just going to say this, like, for all of you guys, we won't be able to do every single world quest, and I've stated a few times basically in the Patreon that we won't be able to do absolutely every world quest, unfortunately, because there's so many, and, you know, there are some really amazing ones, so, like, having stuff like this is actually really great too, because it's 3.1, of course, but still, it is something that I genuinely, like, I do appreciate being able to keep up with the stuff while we're reacting to, like, events and stuff like that as well. It's really neat. So let's take a look at this.
Warning for the 3.1 patch update. The desert is finally here, and you know what that means, boys. Another patch update, another ruined golem to explore. So let's just see what this dude wants first.
So this was the quest we started, but obviously didn't do.
See that huge machine over there? That's a relic of the legendary Dari people. Dari? Perhaps you're more familiar with the name Conria? Dari is an archaic name that's commonly used in the Vahumana Darshan?
This is what it stopped me as well. It stopped me in my tracks.
Are you trying to tell me it's the ruins of Conria? The Valley of Conria? The Legend of the Ruins of Conria? And in the Ode to Soullight, it should actually read, the Legacy of Conria 2 has submitted to the law. And that in ancient times, the monsters from the Dark Abyss lurked on Devantaka Mountain, and it was only after a long battle that they were finally subdued by the sages and the heroes of Conria. And the spin crystal I've been using for my videos is called Vestige of Dari, or Vestige
So was this the first time that they actually, like, opened up the idea of, like, you can see a Smosh video there, that the idea that the Dari was Conria. So like for me, like that was a shocking moment as well. I wonder if that was a shocking moment for you guys too.
Okay, Afratu, what else you got?
Did it change
for us?
everything going backwards?
Legend has it that the Dari, or Conria Schwanenritter, once piloted these huge machines against the
Like
monsters
retroactively,
from the
I mean.
abyss. Schwanenritter, that sounds really familiar. 3 ruin golems survived that brutal war. Wait, 3?
That means there's gonna be another
them.
one, yeah.
Where's the 3rd one? Well, I guess it's time to solve some
Does it come in
mysteries,
different
but this
updates as
golem
well?
is blasting at me,
So
and
as well, somebody said as well that the update brought the desert. So like obviously the desert wasn't there first or at the time when Sumeru started.
I don't really know where. No, Paimon!
What?
Wow, okay. So the first few minutes of the Afratu's Dilemma world quest is pretty chock full of lore, and I just wanted to go ahead and break down some of the things we find and learn. Part 1. The Schwanenritter.
Okay.
I made a video last patch speculating, based on a single mysterious chronicle in the Devantaka Ruin Golem, that Conria fought the abyssal monsters during the Cataclysm, and yeah, Afratu basically immediately confirms that. Exploring the Ruin Golem, you find new texts which chronologically come before those at Devantaka. For one, there are old orders regarding our old pals, Hadura and Enfortus, where Hadura is awarded their title of Sentinel of the Golden Hall, long before their betrayal and subsequent execution. You can also find sealed orders near the cabin which call for a rushed evacuation, which is done seemingly under dire straits. But this is in stark comparison to the Devantaka Chronicles, which document the final fates of the few left standing. In the lower area, there are more old orders which further document what seems to be a losing battle with diminishing manpower.
Okay.
It says, "We have successfully led the beasts to the canyon before blanketing them with fire and destroying them. But as the golem began to break down, the crew dispersed to find spare parts."
So they led all the beasts to us because it makes sense, like, you know, especially if you have firepower, to lead people into a narrow place so you can like pick them off like in a row.
Knowing this, it's tragic to realize these motionless hilly turtles in front of the ruin golem suffered from the mysterious revival of the automaton. Perhaps the Conrian crew, on a mission to fight the abyss and repair the golem, met their end from their own weapon.
So that's crazy, by the way. If you're like building a rune golem and it's the thing that destroys you in the end, like the thoughts I would have right before I pass away.
2. Dari. I wanted to circle back to the very first revelation, because I'm still reeling that Dari is simply another name for Conria, instead of being like a related group, or even an adjacent civilization like Enkanomiya. But doing some digging into the real-world concept of Dari, it does make a lot of sense. In the textbook Islam, the Ancient Near East, and Varieties of Godlessness,
I love when people do this, by the way.
Patricia Crone focuses on Darism and its role and place in early Islam. The Daris rejected the spiritual and metaphysical realms on the basis that either they were false, or that there was no point in trying to understand it if it were so inaccessible. In short, while some flat out denied God's existence, others did not care if he existed or not, and rather focused on what, if any, significance he had for humans.
Okay.
She summarizes some points that we know about the Daris from a 9th century prose writer and naturist. There are many notable characteristics, but there are 2 that I really want to focus on. One is that Daris are eternalists, and they believe that time is infinite and matter has always existed. And the second point is that they were adherents of prime matter and the 4 elemental qualities. The irreducible components of the world are the 4 elementary qualities, which are heat, cold, dryness, and moisture, or the 4 elements, fire, earth, air, and water.
Right.
There were also some who believed in a 5th elemental quality.
Spirit?
Which was spirit. It's also worth noting that the Daris were not a sect or a school, but an individual opinion shared by those who largely studied medicine, astrology, and alchemy, as these 3 sciences in particular were known to have been associated with the 4 elemental qualities. This inspiration taken from real-world Darism certainly checks out with what we know of Conria.
And again, Genshin's does this a lot, where they do the idea of like using real-life stuff in their games.
Which was a godless nation with glorious human achievements.
I was gonna say this as well while she was. I didn't want to interrupt the reading, but yeah, like it fits so well with like what we know from Conria.
And a reliance on alchemy. And it seems that if Conria was essentially built from the remains of an older civilization, Like the unified one, it still lost its ancestral religion without acquiring belief in another, simply believing in elemental energy itself. One interesting thing I noticed about this chapter is that it also focuses on the similarities and links between Dalries and Zindiks. This was a term that first specifically referred to...
Just to go back for a second, I do love the connection here, just because I want to talk about this very quickly.
Lost its ancestral religion without acquiring belief in another, simply believing in elemental energy itself.
Right. So the idea of like believing in like the things that like give the world like direct help almost. Like, you know, it's the same reason why people worship the sun. It's like, of course you would. Like, it's like this thing gives things life all the time.
One interesting thing I noticed about this chapter is that it also focuses on the similarities and links between Dalries and Zindiks. This was a term that first specifically referred to followers of Manichaeism, which is a type of Gnosticism, but broadened to include agnostics and atheists, and even more broadly, heretics. This may sound familiar to some due to a cognate, Zandik, which is also the name of a very familiar researcher to us. So Zindiks and Dalries have a lot of similarities, and I think this usage is very intentional, especially if, as some people have...
I'm so sorry that I sometimes have to go back with this stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that like is being said sometimes.
This was a term that first specifically referred to followers of Manichaeism,
right,
which is a
so
type
this is
of
real
Gnosticism,
world stuff,
but broadened to include agnostics and atheists, and even more broadly,
okay.
heretics.
Okay. Yeah, no,
this
now
may
I
sound
okay.
familiar to some due to a cognate, Zandik, which is also the name of a very familiar researcher to us. So Zindiks and Dalries have a lot of similarities, and I think this usage is very intentional, especially if, as some people have theorized, that Zandik is Dottore himself.
Oh, really?
I mean, of course the first and second Harbingers would be besties. As a final note on this part, I do want to say as a disclaimer, I'm not an expert on history or
but like we appreciate it.
I've just been summarizing very, very simplistically what I've been reading. But speaking of Dottore,
I know I do appreciate the idea though of like relating it to that, because that does make a lot of sense, because it's like, again, Genshin does like doing that with like a lot of their stuff, which is like relating, like, how do I say it? Relating like the real world, almost said lore, real world history and facts, and implementing into the lore of their own game.
Part 3.
Oh, we're talking about Dottore?
The Curse. There are 2 academia investigation reports in the Valley of Dari. One is unsigned, but its writer is interested in secretly studying the ruin golem. It's safe to assume that this is also Zandik, and thus perhaps Dottore, given his later note referencing this Gurabad sample.
So then we're thinking that like Dottore was like would be like...
There are 2 academia investigation reports in the Valley of Dari. One is unsigned, but its writer is interested in secretly studying the ruin golem. It's safe to assume that this is also Zandik, and thus perhaps Dottore.
So they were interested in just studying the ruin golem.
Given his later note referencing this Gurabad sample. The second report is much different in subject matter. Here, Zandik, or some other researcher,
every time I see him, it just horrifies me.
the effects of a sickness. The afflicted show symptoms of peeling skin
Oh.
and proliferation of hair, and worst of all, severe facial ulceration.
Oh my god, ulcers on the
scab sections
face.
appear to have formed a new layer of skin. Many of the afflicted have begun to show signs of language impairment. Between the hirsutism, deformed faces, and language deficiency, this sounds like a hilly churl. Given that the academia's report is found in the ruin golem arm, what they found may have actually been Conrian citizens in an advanced stage of their curse after the cataclysm.
Like the idea of like having like that type of like disease on you as well, like, and that type of curse, like ulcers on your face.
But that's not all. Early on in the quest, you can find more sealed orders that describe a first-person account of the progression of the sickness, or curse. This strange illness has plagued me ever since I entered the desert. At first, I was just peeling skin, and then I began to develop necrosis on all 4 limbs. The pestilence has marred my appearance. We can surmise this is a Conrian, since we know that Conria was underground.
Yes.
They go on to say, I entered an underground city far beneath even the land from which I came. Their faces, too, had been melted to the point where no humanity made peace to them. The letter ends with ominous and foreboding words. The curse, inescapable.
Oh.
But we will be reunited.
Oh my god. That's obviously the name of the quest of like when you're reunited with your sister, and I guess like what the Conrians would say, I guess, or is it like, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what the quest was called when we like I know it is. But like, is this like an expression, I wonder, that like is used by like Conrians or like the Abyss?
Not only give us insight into the tragedy of Conria, but may also reveal some truths about the present.
It's just that expression, like it filled my heart so quickly.
During the Archon quest, you can find medical records in a locked drawer.
This is horrible, by the way.
The document monitors a farmer named Abbas as he is afflicted and suffers from Elazar. Scabby skin at limb extremities, multiple ulcers across the body, paralysis and pain, necrosis and ulcers, falling into a coma. The key here is a brief comment. The scabs are scale-like and have spread across the surface of the body.
So it's the Elazar. That makes sense. I was wondering if it was a different curse, but no, it definitely is the Elazar.
The farmer eventually and miraculously recovers due to Dottoro's intervention. But once again, I wonder the connection between
Wait,
all
so
these
Dottori could have
plagues
healed
and
this?
curses. At the end of the Archon quest, we learned that the Scarlet King's people also suffered from a similar scaly affliction and madness.
Yes, Elazar.
I'm inclined to think that these are, metaphorically, different strains of the same virus.
So it's different, okay.
Forbidden knowledge. And if you'd like to hear my speculation on the role of the Abyss in this, I discussed the corruptive nature of the Abyss and destruction of past civilizations in my last video.
But like, I always felt like...
And as to where Celestia fits in all this...
I always felt like Dottori was like somehow like... Not involved, because we found out he like, obviously he didn't like, you know, but like, the idea that he could like, at least at the very least calm down the symptoms, or at least like make someone recover, and could have done that all along, just proves how evil he
regards
is.
to Conria, what if the real curse was simply immortality and forever suffering? Part 4. Wake up.
That's, like, again, that everyone was afflicted by Elazar as well.
The entire point of this quest is Afratu's confusion and concern over the reactivation of the Ruin Golem. Because the entrance was sealed off, we conclude that leyline energy revived the automatic components of the Ruin Golem.
Okay.
This is not unprecedented, as near the end of the Aranyaka quest, a Ruin Greater is continuously powered by the withering or sick leyline energy. Afratu also says as much. So we've seen 2 of the Ruin Golems, with the 3rd left to be discovered. And there's connections between the ley lines and Conria technology. And now there's some leyline anomalies. So as Afratu wisely deducts, this could mean trouble.
Yes.
Thanks everyone
What
for
a shot.
watching, liking, subscribing,
What an
and
absolute shot.
commenting. I love hearing everyone's theories, so do share your own ideas below. Also, I usually co-host a Genshin stream
Oh, you do?
with Alet Desu over on Twitch, so drop by and say hi sometime. We talk lore, play Genshin, and just get real goofy. So see you later.
So it's the idea that there is like that the, I guess that the, how do I say that, the like the Conrians that came up into this area, like into the desert, were afflicted with Elazar, and that like maybe like Dottori was actually like examining all these areas, and Dottori was actually able to like, maybe I'm completely wrong, and please like let me know if this is like way off, but the idea that Dottori could have like cured the Elazar as well is a big thing. But I guess like maybe he has explored it before, or maybe knew about the Elazar before, but I guess it's a different strain, so it could be like less damaging, but this still sounded pretty horrible. Ulcers on the face and like a scaly skin. And like the fact that these rune golems could be connected to the ley lines would make a lot of sense, since when we entered the rune golem, first of all, the first rune golem we entered, it was like almost like fully like a part of the earth, right? It's a part of the earth at this stage. I know that can happen to a lot of pieces of technology that will become one with the earth, but in this case, like it felt like it was like just another like extension of the mountain. It didn't even feel like it was like, you know, anything different. And like, I guess like what we have here as well is like, there was like a tragedy that happened here. There was a war that happened. There was a battle that happened here. And the idea that they could have like lost their lives from the actual rune golem itself, it's pretty freaking horrible. It's pretty horrible. And like, imagine not knowing what has happened. You come up like from underground, or you like come up into the desert, and you know, you're almost instantly inflicted with this disease, and not only that, but you're trying to destroy these beasts that come along, and you know, and you end up destroying yourself. And I think it is interesting because I was shocked too when the Dari was brought up as well. The idea that Dari was brought up at all. Yeah, it's a really interesting lore video. Again, like I'll obviously, like, you know, I'd love to talk about more because obviously there's some stuff, definitely some gaps in my knowledge, but for the most part, I thought that was cool. And the next video is from Arcadia of Pride, and it is the Sumeru food Panda Purity for Farazan. I love Mori Kitchen. What a way to end this video. Always great seeing the cooking from Mori. Look at that. Already we're seeing something that looks freaking delicious. Oh yeah, more subtitles. We always have to turn on subtitles because then we learn more about it. There we go. Always very good with the subtitles. So some coriander. I think coriander is called something different over here. Some mint. And smooth the ingredients in the blender. Like, again, already that looks awesome. You know what I mean? Like a bit of green. Like, I love a bit of green. Like, when I was a kid, I wasn't too big a fan of green food, but like, now it's like, can't get enough of it. Wow. Such a deep color. That means it's good for you, though. Look at that. That means it's good for you. Some cumin powder. Okay. A little bit of salt. And some masala. Lightly stirring it here. Not going crazy on this. Just some water. Loosen it up a bit. Loosen it up. It looks good. You could eat it as a soup. So then straining, I guess, to get all the little bits out and stuff like that. A little sieve. Yeah. I'm more making sure to get all of that, by the way. Oh, they're making stuffing. I love anything that's stuffed. We love a good stuffing. Look at this peeling technique. This is like Gordon Ramsay style. Red onions look so good all the time. Don't they smell so good too? Look. What a freaking like chopping technique. Again, I've seen this before. Like, look at that. Instant. Impressive. So impressive. I love when you have to do that though. Mori's got the best of equipment though. That's the thing. They got all these little glass jars and stuff so you can see it. Oh. But like, and again, like, potatoes are so good for you. And maybe, I know people would say you're Irish, you love potatoes. They're good for you. They're so good for you and they're so nice. Chickpeas. This is gonna be so good. This is gonna be so freaking good. What a mixture though. This could be so easy to make. You know what I mean? This could be not easy to make, but like, you know, like you could do it. You could definitely do it. What is this gonna look like in the end though? Like the chickpeas as well is such a good idea. It looks so nice. I'm so glad I'm getting some D after this. Bit of oil. Bit of cooking oil. Fried the pan puri papad in oil at 170 to 180 degrees Celsius. This is a really pretty pot. Oh, it shows you the degrees. Oh god, look at that. They look so good. And they're just like frying, yeah, from the heat. Again, the same thing. And look, I just love how mad, like they're like, will we? I'd eat them by themselves. They look so good. Yeah, they look so good by themselves. Can you imagine what they're gonna look like when they're fully stuffed? Imagine what they're gonna taste like is probably a better thing to say. And you just put the stuff in the, oh my god. Okay, yeah, but you're an artist. You're an artist, Maury. You're an artist. With one chickpea on the top. It looks really good. But you can imagine just taking one bite of that. It's going to be so flavorful and so crispy at the same time. Like absolute heaven. Absolute heaven. With the little juices as well. What do you do with the juices? Just like dip them in? Well, you better eat these. With some mint leaves? Oh, that looks fabulous. That looks so good. I just imagine, like, this is one of those foods that when you take one bite, like, the sounds, the taste, everything is just gonna go, like, crazy. Absolutely nuts. Really good stuff again. And I don't think Maury eats all the stuff anymore, which is fair enough. You're not gonna like everything you goddamn make, you know, and not everyone's gonna like the, you know, the exact food that they make all the time. But I really do like the, like the general gist of the recipe. I do love it. Because again, like it's one of those things, like I said, that like you take like like I said, you take a bite and it's instant flavor. I'd love to try and make something like this, but again, it's like, it's always like kind of scary because like, I think it would make you doubt yourself if like all of a sudden you didn't have the same type of like is the proper word for it all? You wouldn't have the same type of like skill, I guess, as Maury, but like I don't think that matters really. Maury is fantastic at what they do. They're really fantastic. Really great video to see. Always really nice. Glad I'm having food very soon. Thank you so much, Arcadia Pride. The next video sent in by, or the last video sent in by Phantom Vaporian. It's the Blue Sword Spirit Defenders Band. Let's go. Holding the display, I have the strength to open the path. Again, and the idea of, again, it's a very common theme across these songs, the idea of like carving your own path and moving forward. Regretfully. I find the people that taught me that by discarding my blade, my true strength can be found deep in me. Again, the idea of finding strength within. Again, the deeper voice is so like it's throwing me a little bit just because it's so different, right? Again, this is a cool line. How much blood have I shed for you? Like, it's a really cool song. It's a really cool beat. And they always have great breakdowns. Hear the song would play. Yeah, like the actual animation itself, like this stuff here, like, oh my god, they're crying. Like, there obviously is a very emotional story behind this because of all the, like, the emotions they talk about in these games. They talk about it constantly, the emotions that are going on in this, like, this absolutely, I guess, like, beautiful, like, songs that they have here. I think what's so cool about it all the time is that they always have, like a through line theme, always. But that's going to do for Roma Reacts today, guys. And thank you so much for your submissions. Thank you so much for watching this. And I thank you so much for all the understanding, because sometimes it does come out a little bit late. So I do appreciate you guys understanding that sometimes, because again, there's copyright issues and stuff like that. Thank you so much to TieFire2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Ewald, Radish, Anusa, Shabbatterbed, Malcolm Day, Death Trap, and Lynx Markey. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.